is great news for me. My multi-stream is now functional again, so I am live everywhere I want to be live. So. Thank fucking God. Alright, I don't really have much to say today. Just touch all the things. Content warning for this game. And yeah, okay, I'll put that back on the screen. Content warning for this game. Quite a lot of gore and sexual things. So, you have been warned and such. I have warned you. Boo! Alright. I am going to turn off the scrolling messages though, I think. Turned off the scrolling messages. Emote drops are good. Anyway, I don't know why. Well, I know why I'm typing actually. Never mind. Doesn't say I don't know why I'm typing. I can just say stuff out loud. I do know why. Alright. I'm not gonna put the JAST thing back on there because I didn't do it right and it doesn't work and I just fucking never mind. If you want to use my affiliate link for JAST, it's down below. It'll take you to the School Days Remaster, remake. I guess it's a remaster. It's not like a remake, but it'll take you to the School Days Remaster. It's on pre-order still, so check that out if you like. And also, if you want this game, it is pinned in my Discord, which I need to pin my Discord to the chat because I never fucking remember to do so. Can I pin this, please? Yes. Just pin it forever. Thank you. Alright. So. Alright. And then, of course, if you'd like some Vtuber bathwater, there's the Oshi Bubbles link down below with my discount code. Soon, one day, we'll have my own. Alright. Of course, it doesn't react. I've been looking at my new model so much that the way this one moves is starting to bug me. Anyway. Let's continue, I suppose. Actually, let me make sure that my shit is actually... Okay, the music for this is still quite loud. Maybe I should just make myself louder. Just make myself as loud as possible. I hope that's not too I hope that's not too loud actually. I just don't want the music to be ridiculous, so alright. That's probably fine. Off we go. I might. Whoa. It literally just started right where we left off. That's crazy. Let me... I don't... Whatever, it's fine. Okay. She held the rag with her lips shyly and nodded. Uh-huh. Oh. Kyouko jumped. Behind her, Dogen Shiki was smiling. It's too early to have lovers' quarrels. Also, she is fucking obsessed. So it's probably fine.
す、おじいさま。ところで、いつからそちらに？
お前同様、影に隠れて
He
婿
was
殿の
watching
朝
her
稽
like
古を
wipe
見て
him
いたの
down. That
よ。
means amazing.
では、最初から？
Yeah, the like gasping and talking with really breathy voice, it sounds like she's having sex constantly when she speaks. I don't know if that's that's like, I have to sound as girly as possible or something, but good God, she can just speak like a normal person. She doesn't have to talk like that.
にしても、八坂の研鑽、見事なものだ。
おはようございます、道元様。
おはよう。しかし親子となるのだから、
grandson
そ
will
の
call
呼
me
び方はな。
Dogen-sama.
いえ、正式な婚礼はまだですので、それまでは。
殊勝なことだ。
Aw. Fine, fine.
クロウさん、クロウさん。
She shuffled over next to Kuro and tugged on his sleeve.
どうしたんだ？道元様の前だろ
おじいさまがいること、ご存知でした
Of
か？
course he did.
う。
そんな何を今更みたいな表情を。だって、私、おじいさまの見ている
He saw you. He saw you being horny.
京子。
Oh no.
ユキコを手伝いに行け。わしは婿殿と少し話してから共に行こう。
Sure.
前で。わかりました。失礼します、クロウさん。
Kyouko gave her grandfather a quick bow and trotted off to the main house obediently. The expression on Dogen's face softened after he watched her go.
あれがあんな地帯を晒すとは、
He,
よ
for
ほど
sure,
婿
for
殿が
sure.
気に入ったらしい。
光栄です。
本当にそう思っているか？
Maybe. The look in Dogen's eyes matched his smile, but there was a glint of something piercing in his gaze. Kuro steeled his nerves and decided to set pretense aside.
本音を言わせていただければ、わかりません。
Oh, of course not.
ほう。
Oh.
思いを寄せられているのは理解しています。ですが、それに対して、私がどう感じているのかというと、わからないのです。
では、あれの一生懸命な行情は無駄か。
いえ。
So no. Kuro took a deep breath and went over everything that had happened since the day before. When he first met Kyouko, it hadn't been long, but they'd spent nearly all of that time together.
好いてくれるのであれば、うちに入れるのに依存はありません。
I mean, I guess that's a good thing. I just realized my mic gain was turned like all the way down because I bumped it. Whoops. Dogen looked hard at Kuro as though appraising him and then nodded.
器は大きいが正体はわからんか。なるほど。伊予殿の言うようにこれは出来かけの傑物だ。
先生が？
あ
あ、傑作だが人としては出来かけであると言っていた。
That's fair.
しかし、とはいえ、足らん部分は成長していけばよい。この二人もこしらえ
Oh
ば、
God.
親としての
Such a
自覚も出てこよう。
terrible. That's such a terrible philosophy, damn it. Some people don't grow up when they have kids, by the way. This is not good. This is bad. Bad life advice.
努力します。
Kuro bowed and replied in a soft voice.
あの様子では、婚礼を済ませたらすぐにできそうですが。
Right.
わしも意外だ。あの京子が、ああも男相手に乱れるとは。ベタ惚れした女は恐ろしいな。
Agreed.
乱れるというか、情緒不安定というか。
婿殿の前だけだぞ。あれがあんな地帯
Oh,
を
well, at least it's only around him, I suppose. Kuro took a few seconds to consider what Dogen was saying. It didn't quite make sense, but it seemed artless. to keep repeating variations on that response. Besides, he felt like he owed Kyouko some kind of explanation whether she was there at the time or not. He never felt that way about someone, so he chose his words carefully.
男冥利につきます。京子は、あでやかで、肉感も女として
Okay.
いいですね。
良いな、婿殿。
Oh man. A hint of a smile cracked at Dogen's cheeks, and he patted Kuro's shoulder firmly.
ならば頂上というものだ。男子の5人は
So odd for him to like suddenly compliment her like that. It doesn't feel in character at all. That's more than he said last time. At dinner the night before, he only asked for one. Apparently producing an heir was very important to the Shiki. I wonder if the other 6 noble houses are the same way. Also at dinner, he had directed Kuro and Kyouko to pay a visit to each other. To each of the other noble houses. Producing heirs shouldn't be difficult, but I get the feeling the other houses will not take kindly to us. He wasn't sure what he thought about children, so he was putting a pin in that for the moment.
しかし、
I'll just put a pin in that for later.
一切荒れておらぬし、音もしなかった。
Huh. Dogen narrowed his eyes as he examined the ground where Kuro had been practicing. He hadn't left a single footprint. Eventually, Dogen looked up at the sky.
さらに、あれは雲を割ったのか。
Oh yeah.
そのつもりでやったわけではありません。
八坂の術技ではないのか。
習った覚えはありませんね。そも、八坂は体の構造が違うものも多いですから。定めても参考になりません。
ではどうしてあのようなゲートができる？
I mean, I'm pretty sure he just trained that shit. Kuro fell silent. It was instinct more than anything, and Kuro wasn't sure how to put it into words. Still, he was obliged to give Dogen some kind of answer.
あくまでも私の場合ですが、
Uh-huh.
後を残さないよう足を運びました。音を立てないよう動きました。本来は見えないようにもします。
Try to make your presence zero.
あとは距離がないように走り、死ぬように殴ります。
鎧兜の内でもか。
殴れば死にます。死なせるために殴ります。
わからん。が、言っていることは分かったぞ。
I mean, I guess the man's philosophy is to do things precisely so you don't have to do them twice, right?
ご満足いただけたなら何よりです。
Kuro bowed. He was relieved because he genuinely didn't have any better way of explaining it. His movements and techniques were merely the result of what he felt to be the most natural ways to accomplish certain ends. He had never thought about how to communicate them to someone else, nor so much as had an opportunity to try. Been having a lot of new experiences here. Dogen nodded obligingly. Kuro told himself that he would be sure to let him know if he figured out a better way of phrasing it. You absolutely must not kill anyone at the other houses, by the way. Can't do that. Right.
島内で仕事はするなと、そうきつく教えられてきました。
Right.
それだけで十分だからな。とはいえ、婿殿なのだから教えておこう。
Okay.
八坂の者はあくまでも外へ出すために育成しているのだ。今度の奴らがこの島に干渉してこないための、いわば交換条件だな。
It's kind of whack, but I guess I did read the synopsis at the beginning, and it was literally these people are raised as product and not as people, so it is what it is, I suppose. Also realize there's no music playing right now. Is it set to like Oh no, okay, no, there is just no background music right here. It's just noise, ambient sound. Alright.
今度の煩わしい横槍も入らず、素材も運び込んで交配させ、好きに育てられるわけだ。
God, referring to people as raw materials kills me.
自然、血生臭く、醜く、獣のようなものも混じる。だから距離を置き、斜め家も毛嫌いしているわけよ。
Dogen looked at Kuro expectantly, waiting for some kind of response. In light of how Dogen conducted himself with the Yasaka, Kuro was able to connect the dots.
温度との窓口を仕切っているのが指揮家なのですね。いやおうなく、
so they're the
ヤサカと
intermediary
接せ
family.
ざるを得ず、仲も深まる。
まあ、わし自身、そういったものに抵抗がないのもあるがな。清濁合わせ飲んでこその人間よ。
You gotta take the good with the bad, bro. It can't all be sunshine and rainbows. And even if it could, I feel like that would be kind of lame. It doesn't have to be like the worst extreme ever, but it you know, balance in all things or whatever. Dogen laughed with a snort and smirked at Kuro.
無論、素材の入荷と人材の輸出だけではない。
Ah.
その他の本土との交易も全て指揮家のものだ。それを妬み、やっかむ者もいる。まあ、当然のことよな。
I guess that's why they're like the top house, even though they're not technically like the first house. I guess the numbering scheme doesn't really mean anything. House Shiki was most powerful of the 7 noble houses, in large part thanks to their rich and varied traffic with the mainland. Kuro realized that this was why Dogen had felt the need to warn him.
私は指揮家で子供を作る。
飾らずともよい。
Yeah.
強固をはらませ、産ませるために婿入りする。だが、もし島内で誰かを手にかけたら、殺させるためにヤサカを婿入りさせた。
Kuro corrected himself, continuing.
そう言いたい奴らがいる。
I see. Okay. Too close to that house, you must be bad people. Terrible, terrible people. Alright.
そんなところだ。婿殿はそちらの言いようの方が似合うな。
そうですか。
家族との会話にも慣れていないと見える。
Nice. I love when all
わしの前で
pretense
は
is
そのままでよい。
gone. Makes it a lot easier. Everything. It makes everything a lot easier.
わかった。
わかったる。
よし。だいぶ話し込んでしまったな。ああ、腹が減った。
Dogen started walking towards the main house. As he followed, a realization dawned on Kuro.
道元様。
どうした、婿殿。
俺と京子、二人で挨拶回りに行くけれど。
Okay, visiting other houses?
なんだ、不安か。あれはひいき目があるとはいえ、沈着冷静な才女だ。そうそう取り乱すようなことはあるまいよ。
俺と京子で八坂にいい感情を抱いていない家に向かうのか。もしかすると指揮家を妬んでいる家にも。
そうだな。婿殿とそうだ。
I mean, yeah, obviously. Dogen stopped walking and cleared his throat.
うまく世話をしてくれ。
Such a good response, honestly. Don't make a mess.
何事もなく済ませられると。
死なせなければ間違いや事故はどうとでも取り繕ってやるわ。
Nice. Grandpa's pretty based. He gripped Kuro's shoulder.
頼んだぞ。婿殿なら、九郎殿なら大丈夫だと、わしは信じておるから
な。
わかった。
Kuro didn't have any choice but to agree as the old man patted his shoulder in an attempt at reassurance. Man.
さて、言われるがままについてきたが。
Is that true?
はい。
Okay. There's a big smile on Kyoko's face. She hadn't gotten the point of Kuro's remark. She was practically pressing herself against him as she led the way. Really? She must have figured it out because she suddenly gave him more room. It wasn't the first time that morning either. It kept happening over and over ever since they had finished breakfast and departed from House Shiki's estate.
申し訳ありません。恥も外聞もなく張り付いては迷惑だと分かってはいるのですが、つい。
Hmm? Okay, it didn't actually log me in when I logged in earlier, so hold on. I don't even see the... There it is. Oh shit. Okay. I really hate it. Every time I open K-Bonk now, it's just completely signed me out, and I have to sign in every time. I don't know.
はい。お心遣いいただけるのはとてもこの上なく嬉しいのですが、ここは自制します。
Kyouko bit her lip as though struggling to hold back, even as she blushed at how considerate Kuro was being. She has such an interesting range of facial expressions. But even as he thought that, Kuro could tell she was getting emotional. It made him worry she was trying too hard to suppress something.
本当にいいのか？無理しなくてもいいぞ。
Okay.
私にも四季家の娘としての節度というものがあります。それをわきまえずに自分を晒しては。
道元様にそう言われたのか？
はい。本当はもっともっとくっついていたいのに。
Yay. Anyway. Crazy though.
おじいさまのバカ。
Oh! Oh, shit. I don't have anything in... I don't have any snacks with me. That means I have to go get something. Hold on. Okay, I have a cheese stick now, and I will eat the cheese stick. Yeah, this one wants to make babies. Like, obvious. It's very obvious that she does.
まあ、あの人に言われたら仕方ないな。我慢してくれ。
クロウさん
Too accepting of things, I guess. Dude, I hate the way they speak. If I had to talk like I was constantly getting railed, I think I would die.
どうした？
クロウさんは我慢しているのですか？
I don't think he feels anything for that matter. No. Ah! Too much cheese. Huh?
私に触れなくて我慢をしていますか？
Man, she wants an end so bad. Hello, Saya. Welcome.
いや、していないわ。
I don't know if you should have blatantly said no, but... Oh.
また私は面倒くさいことを。申し訳ありません。ごめんなさい。
No. No.
私が スリしたいだけなんです。それを意地汚くあなたからも欲しいだなんて。
The amount of, I don't know.
私が我慢しているだけですから。
She's like self-deprecating for some reason. I don't know.
それに考え方を変えれば我慢するほど後でブワーッとなりますのでご期待ください。またクロウさんは構わないと言ってくだ
This
さった
girl
の
is
に
hella insecure
どうしても
also, but
気
I
にして
guess
しまいます。ごめんなさい。
it just be that way. Crow stopped walking and tried to figure out exactly what the problem was, but he didn't understand people well enough to know how to rein in the situation. He simply didn't have enough experience.
京子は十分だ。
Aw. You do? You like listening to a woman breathe with every single word she says? I don't know if I'm into that. But you do you, Himmy. I preferred it when she spoke like a normal person. Like the one time she did. It was great. It was magical. She didn't sound like she had a dick in her ass. The fuck is a bang boo? Is that a real term? Oh! Hello. Why is it over there too? What the fuck is that? I don't understand things. Oh, the marketable fucking mascot character. Yeah, alright. I gotcha. I got it. The hell? Okay. Back to reading this, I guess. All I can do is be honest.
いい
女性としての役割を果たすには十分すぎる魅力がある。髪は美しく、唇は艶やかで。
Part of me thinks I should keep the fucking scrolling text on during these, cause the shit y'all be saying, I swear. Well, shit. Anyway. Give me a second. I'll be right back. The fuck are y'all doing? Alright. Oh, wait, I want to open these real quick. That's just too loud. I have chips. Alright.
クロさん
瞳の輝きも申し分ない。肌は滑らかで
Hearing him compliment her is so weird.
心地よい。
クロさん
Oh god. Maybe he doesn't realize that those things can be very seductive. Because they are. Oh.
細い指先の冷たさは気を晴らしてくれる。俺は朝の清流より君の指の方が目覚めが良いと断言できる。
And? Did you like bend over for him? Why are you telling me? You'll be alright. It's just a little bussy play, you'll be fine.
「年齢に似つかわしくなく豊かな胸と尻がもう子供を産める体だと視覚から訴えてくるし、匂いも。
See what I have plump breasts and thighs? Ah! Bro.
わかりましたわかりましたわかりましたから
I mean, it's Saya. He's chilling. Maybe. I don't know, man. I almost want to turn on the messages. All right.
Oh.
Good. Kuro was relieved to see the sadness leave Kyoko's expression. Women are confusing. He didn't find them annoying, though. He wasn't sure if it would be different with a woman other than Kyouko, but he figured it didn't particularly matter. He didn't mind her company, and that was the most important thing.
私
Bro,
我慢
Hemi,
しなくて
dudes
も
in
良
your
いのでしょうか
walls.
クロさんがこんなにも思ってくださるなんて
Oh.
いや、我慢をして節度も保とう。
Me when I live in your walls, brother.
はい
Hey.
道元様の言いつけを守らなくてはダメだ。それに、婚礼前に関係を持っては示しがつかないだろう。
一般的にはそうですね。
Yeah, in fact.
一応式家はそういう立場でもありますし。
そうだろう。
ただ私は早めにいたしてしまって。
I know this is probably a weird question that feels like it doesn't matter and is out of left field, but did women just not masturbate in this time period? Did women not know that they could, or were they not allowed to, or some shit? Like, what is the fucking deal? Why is this woman so horny? I get that the age thing's probably a lot to do with it. She's probably experiencing all of the hormones, and there's a man. But, like, what the fuck? I'm about to... Okay, so... No. Literally... Literally in the 1600s, there's a medical text about it. Okay, so women in this age definitely fuck themselves. Why is she so horny? I mean, yeah, I do be click-clack in this bitch. Oh, God. You guys, why are you ovulating in my chat? This is worse than the porn. I guess we're making babies here. Fuck it.
はらんでしまってもあの二人なら無理もないと呆れられるのもやぶさかではないというかですね。
I'm gonna look closer. I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna lean in. Oh, this model doesn't lean forward. Okay. Never mind.
ダメだ。
ダメだ。ダメダメダメダメ。I like how it says no. This is more akin to like, you simply cannot. I mean, if you're both ovulating, I'm sure you could both find a way to share. Which, again, I don't know that, do males actually ovulate? I know it's not like exactly the same, but like, do you have a period of time where you are hypersexual? Because that's basically what ovulation does to women. Not biologically, but you know. Aw, men don't ovulate. Oh. That's weird. Why do your hormones peak in the morning? I mean, it's just Saya. Saya's as deadpan as Kuro here, so he has to make up for that with tons of libido. Are you horny in the morning? I don't I don't understand being horny in the morning. Maybe I'm just weird.
はい。
You never unpeak. I suppose if you have all of the testosterone, it wouldn't dissipate. So yeah, okay. You guys make it hard to read. We could just like talk. Like, Kyouko responded to his firm answer with a relenting nod. He was surprised that she would be so foolish as to consider letting her emotions drive her to defy the head of House Shiki. Oh, well, that's true. Me when there's a rod in my bed at 6 a.m. Ah! Sai has morning wood with a U in it. Kyouko held her hand against her chest and took several deep breaths. She then moved away from Kuro, whose space she had been crowding again.
お手間をおかけして申し訳ありません。
Morning tungsten.
参
That
りま
bitch
しょう。
is a steel rod. Unbreakable, unscratchable. Shit's good. Me with my titanium cock.
ああ、これからどの家に向かうんだ？
Crow knew the layout of the island, so he could get an idea of where they were based on the position of the sun and the features of the land around
まず
them.
は一倉家にご挨拶しましょう。時間はたっぷりありますから、一日一家で参ります。
Oh. Mine can't damage a wall. It's too small. It's like 5 millimeters or something. Do I get morning wood? Is that a thing? God damn it, I can't believe I'm typing this in. Oh my god. Girls experience the equivalent to morning wood, medically known as nocturnal clitoral tumescence, often called the morning bean. Oh god! I had to look it up, bro. Me with my bean in the morning. Apparently women experience morning wood. It's just not called that. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking hilarious, actually. Oh, Saya left. Did he miss that? Oh no! Saya missed the bean. Oh no, he didn't. Never mind. Good, good, good. I'm glad you didn't miss that. House Ichikura, huh? Kuro thought back to what Dogen had told him that morning at breakfast and the night before. Nanawara village was governed by the 7 noble houses. Each of them was responsible for managing a certain domain of activity. Oh my god. But for the sake of maintaining a balance of power, the precise boundaries of each house's domain were left unclear. As a result, there were times when some houses had more influence than others. This island's houses were Ichikura, house of 1 treasury, Futara, house of 2 winds, Kazui, house of 3 boars, Shiki, house of 4 seasons, Gosha, house of 5 monuments, Rinkugo, house of 6 lands, and Saigusa, house of 7 herbs, plus Yasuka, house of 8 hills.
まずは北の方から片付けて、次に二ら、最後に三枝か。
いえ、二らは最後です。
Oh. Why? Kyouko was smiling, but there was some kind of joyful condescension to her expression, as though she considered the futara beneath her. It looks like I'll have to be extra cautious when we visit them. He got the feeling things must be complicated between them and the Shiki, and he didn't want to let down his guard.
クロさん、疑問があるなら何なりと尋ねてください。
I know, right?
任せていただいて結構ですよ。
He's like a strong wind. He came and touched your ass and left. What is that? What do you mean Twitch wants you to share this? Ooh. We got the funny, like, mutant lad. The mutant lads. There's an event going on. So, like, these are for some, I don't know, they're mutated somehow. I'm unsure. I still didn't go check the Discord yesterday after I said something on stream about it. Kuro God. Kyouko thumped her chest in an attempt to set him at ease and continued walking. Kuro couldn't help but notice the way her breast jiggled when she did, even through her clothes. What he said earlier came to mind.
さっき、Kyoukoを十分だと言ったが。
言ってくださいました。
Oh? I like they might drop something. I mean, all the Pokemon you catch have a chance to drop like an egg and stuff, I'm pretty sure. I guess you weren't here. You missed like the beginning of this conversation with her. She was like on top of him, basically.
我ながらあからさまで白々しい言いようだったと思うんだが、京子はあれを信じたのか。
信じていますし、信じたいので信じました。
そうか。
I got a cloud. Oh, I have a rock. I have a rock. What does this rock mean? Why do I have this rock? Oh, that's really funny. Oh, did you lose your streak? Goddamn. Who's on? Okay. Yesterday, Saya hit 35 streak. Siri hit 25. I don't know what y'all are on, actually. Yay. Hemi, how do you manage to not being... Okay.
それに、クロウさんは あんな言い
Figured you would
方
have been level 2 loyalty for that already.
私は全部何でも
I accidentally skipped
平
that.
気ですよ。
なら、よかった。
Hmm.
あれクロウさん、ほっとしましたか？私がほっとさせてあげられたのですか？
さあ、自分ではわからん。
I wonder what my streak is. I don't think it keeps track of the, like, the streamer. Because that would be a little silly. But it is kind of funny to think. I am a 6-month subscriber to my own channel, because that's how that works. Oh, okay, I see. Fair enough, Hemi. Fair enough. For some reason, Kuro was finding it difficult to look Kyouko in the eyes, so he turned his gaze to look forward toward House Ichikura. Ugh. They just had to continue down the road they were on, make a turn, and
ク
then...
ロウさん、こっち向いてください。照れなくてもいいですよ。
No.
まあ。京子、このまま歩くと昼を過ぎるぞ。
はあ、もともとその予定ですから、ゆっくりで大丈夫ですよ。
Oh.
ならいいんだが、あまり先方を待たせるようだと、走った方が早いからな。
She wanted to bang in the woods. She just wanted to bang in the woods, that's all.
それはそれで、早く着きすぎるか。うん。ちょうどいい頃合いはわからないな。結局、京子頼りになるが。
I mean, banging in the woods is pretty hot. I don't know. I don't have any objections.
クロウさん、
どうした真剣な顔で。
走っていくとき、私をどうするつもりですか？
Huh?
もちろん、持っていく。
Oh, okay. What? Yeah?
持って。
Take me?
言い方が悪かっ
I
た。
phrased that poorly.
抱
Yep,
き
you
かかえる
sure
か
did.
背負って
Yeah.
だな。
Now, if we have to run, I'll fuck you right here. Take my seed and run. God.
まあ、あまり早く行くと失礼だろう。京子がゆっくりでもいいように予定を組んでくれたんだ。それに甘えさせてもらうよ。
はい、その通りです。クロウさんが甘えて。
Oh my god, those teeth. She's just like grinding those bitches.
嬉しい。嬉しい。
This woman is about to just fucking come all over herself. Okay, I have no complaints about the VA. She's doing a lovely job. I just wish she didn't sound like she's getting fucked all the time. During these sections, it's fine because she's literally about to just jizz all over herself. Kyouko was walking funny, and Kuro slowed down to match her pace. He knew what she wanted, but he was hesitant to pick her up in public. And so as they moved closer together, further apart, and then closer again, the two of them eventually reached House Ichikura's estate. Alright. It was a little past noon. Among the plum blossoms of the Ichikura estate, a man stood waiting in the entrance hall. Oh. It was Ichikura Tori, head of the household, refusing to sit down. His great height suggested that he was once a beast of a man, but he had since become withered and ghostly like a willow tree. Oh, how rude. Yeah, she would definitely bust everywhere. He took a deep breath and adjusted his posture to put as little strain on his back as he could. His health had clearly seen better days. Oh, literally, we're making dad noises. The fuck? His face twisted with pain each time he coughed. He looked like he could keel over at any moment, but he was digging his feet into the ground to hold himself up.
やっぱり寝ていましょうよ。
Oh man,
京
is
子
this
ちゃんも
wife?
あなたの病状は知っているんだし、
God
失礼
damn,
とも思わないでしょ。
this woman looks submissive and breedable. Oh shit. His wife, Madoka, was standing beside him, ready to catch him if need be, as she made her exasperated remark. Tori only smiled at her, although the look on his face betrayed his unhappiness at anyone else having noticed the trouble he was having.
そう言うな。式家の長女と
What?
その跡取りが挨拶
Do
に
you
来るんだ。
disagree that this woman looks submissive and
寝たままというわけにはい
breedable?
かないだろう。
Maybe she's just breedable. She doesn't have to be submissive. He winced at each breath as he spoke, occasionally clutching his chest. His wife saw right through his attempt to brush it off, and she refused to drop it so easily.
余計な意地を張ると寿命が縮みますよ。
Breedable.
確かにな。
Tori patiently awaited his guests, even as he coughed his lungs out. It felt like it took them an eternity, but he just gritted his teeth and tried to bear it. The pain was too normal for him to think much of it. I don't think I can keep this up. He couldn't help but let out a jaded laugh as he considered the state of his health. Yeah. And House Ichikura isn't doing much better than I am. His thoughts turned to his wife, his only remaining family. She was all he had left, and he didn't resent that fact. It seemed only natural for things to turn out that way.
来たか。
Ah, we have arrived. Oh, come on, you're not withered and ghostly like this. Chill out. You could have a bangable wife, though, I guess.
はい、お待ちくださいね。
Hmm. Madoka nodded to Tori and moved towards the gate. He watched, frustrated that he couldn't go with her.
いらっしゃい、京子ちゃん。そちらがお婿さん？
八坂九郎と申します。
Madoka had opened the gate to find Kyouko, whom she had known since she was just a baby, and a young man she hadn't met before. I don't think I've ever seen her acting like such a schoolgirl. Even from afar, Tori could tell that something was different about Kyouko. If her engagement to the Yasaka, goddamn, boy had been the cause of that, then he could only assume it was going well. All that
失礼
aside,
市倉通り様でよろしかったでしょうか。
where the fuck did he come from? He just slid in there.
うん、そうだ。ありがとう。式の婿だな。
あ、え？今、あら？
Apparently, Kyoko's groom-to-be was capable of covering distance of several meters in the blink of an eye, catching Tori as he fell.
通り様、
Oh,
出迎えなんてお体に触ります。
Kyoko rushed over to them, and Madoka followed.
あ、いいのよ、京子ちゃん。私も何度も言ったんだけど、こうと決めたら譲らないんだから。
Madoka sounded exasperated, but at the same time, the look on her face spoke to her profound relief that her husband was all right. Tori gave her an apologetic look, then turned his gaze hard at Kuro.
式の婿殿、様付けはいらんよ。君が式家の跡継ぎになるのだ
Drop
か
the
ら。
sama,
立場
bro.
は対等
We're
だ。
bros.
まだ正式に決まったわけではありませんので。
As he spoke, Kuro ran his large hands over Tori's thin frame. Okay. It must have been enough to give him a decent idea of the man's health, as his reaction was to turn his eyes down wordlessly.
律儀な子だな。私がいいと言っているのだから崩したまえよ。苦労君。
承知いたしました。市倉殿。
Immediately back to dying. Just, I'm good, bro, it's fine. And then immediately.
通 様、早く横になられないとお体が。
ほら、言わんことじゃない。ごめんなさいね、クロウさん。その人のことお願いできます？
すまんな。
Aw. Kuro shook his head politely as he helped Tori along, following after Madoka. Alright. Kuro supporting him, walking was easier for Tori than it had been since he was a young man. He turned his head back to look at Kyouko with his eyes open wide, and she smiled knowingly. I think I'm starting to understand why Io Dono married him off. Kuro wasn't exactly what most people would consider beautiful, but there could be no doubt in the mind of anyone who saw him that he was strong. It's hard to find the right word to describe him. Perhaps there is none. He's just an aloof guy. Like, he's just an aloof guy that can, like, kill people. That's cool. There was a soft warmth to the young man, a comforting firmness to the arm that he supported Tori with. It was enough to make him want to let himself be carried, but Kuro was only offering the assistance that was necessary. His gaze was sharp and alert, yet his eyes spoke to a pleasant simpleness. His youthful energy was untarnished. Aww.
こちらへ。
Tori was relieved to be finally lying down on his futon, although he missed Kuro's touch as he left his side. Imagine. It's like, bro, you're strong enough to just carry me. It's fine. I know. It's not like that, I don't think. It's very much just... it's an appraisal. Like, again, Dogen did the same thing. People are always judging each other, so that makes sense. But also, having someone who can just lift you and not have to, like, carry you to do so is crazy. So he probably just appreciated being able to walk normally. The boy was sitting up as straight as a ruler, silent. Tori couldn't help but smile.
Kuro-kun, 大変だな。
お心遣いいただき、
Yeah.
ありがとうございます。
A silicobra? Silicobra. Alright. Damn it, that's not what I was talking about. He thinks I'm apologizing for... Or wait. Maybe he actually doesn't understand. It seemed like a good thing to Tori. Next, he looked to Kyouko.
良い婿殿を捕まえたな、京子ちゃん。
トリ様もそう思われますか？
Okay, now it sounds like he's like, yeah, this guy's gonna fuck you real good. So, yeah, maybe.
しかし、のろけ話はまどかとしてくれ。
Aw.
女の話はキリがなくて
Nice,
疲れ
good
て
job.
しまう。
You could have just copy pasted my shit, dude.
押し付けるなんてひどいこと。
お前に譲ってやるんだ。ありがたく受け取っておけ。
What the fuck?
はいはい。ありがとうございます。
You have no ball? Madoka smiled. She knew her husband meant it all in good humor.
気をつけろよ、クロウ君。
Huh?
会って早々にこんなことを言うのもなんだが。
You come off as a little too strong.
当然です。クロウさんはイオ殿が太鼓判を押した最高傑作ですから。
Nice. We both caught it. Kyouko was trying to brag. Kuro could only bite his tongue and blink awkwardly.
やさかなのだから腕が立つのは当然だ。そうではなく、相手に与えるところが強すぎる。
Well, like he could snap your ass in half or something?
なるほど。
Oh.
京子ちゃんは分かっているが、持ち上げてばかりではな。
それは。
Hi. Kuro furrowed his brow inquisitively. Tori thought he could see him connecting the dots in his head. For better or worse, the Yasuka boy was easy to get a read on. He was guileless. That wasn't a good thing.
あなた。
Me when I'm pondering things. Tori had gotten lost in thought, but snapped back to the conversation when Madoka reached over and gave him a smack on the forehead.
京子ちゃんとお婿さんが来てくれたからって、はしゃぎすぎです。
Hi, hi. She's right. With my health the way it is, even this is a pig strain. She smacked him again. Tori knew very well why.
クロウ君、妻のまどかだ。先ほど紹介し忘れたので、拗ねてしまった。
あなたが粗骨者なだけでしょ。
Sure, good manners.
そうだな。
Indeed. Indeed. What is this? Oh. The hell? Yay. Alright.
そうですよ。クロウさん、こんな風になっちゃいけませんよ。
私がさせませんからご心配なく。
だそうです。
そうね。
The friendly atmosphere in the house helped Tori forget the pain in his chest for a while. Maybe this is what it would be like if she'd gotten the chance to grow up. Oh, this is sad. I don't want to hear that. Tori clenched his teeth as he tried to stop the memories from surfacing. I still haven't moved on. When he regained his composure, Tori turned to look at Koru and Kyouko.
市倉家当主、市倉通りだ。病床の身上、どうかこのまま話すことをお許し願いたい。
Aww. I mean, yeah, she's gonna turn into a fine leather belt.
構いません。私の方こそ若輩者ゆえの無作法お許し願います。
そうです。クロウさんはそんなことを気にするほど小さな人ではありません。
確かにこの人よりは器が大きそうね。
お前くらいは入れてやっているだろう。
That's not endearing at all. It sounds like it is, but it's not.
そうですか。
Aww. Madoka turned her head as though offended, but she looked like she was having fun. Tori seemed to find it amusing. Next, he spoke to Kuro again.
すでに気づいているだろうが、市倉家には私と妻しかいない。一日のほとんどをこうして過ごすようになってから、使用人にも暇を出した。
I know exactly what you're referencing. Good God. Poor guy.
後継ぎもいない。市倉家は私の代で終わ
Oh,
り
the
だ。
lineage is dead here, I guess.
後腐れなく終わりたいですから。まあ、私とこの人で十分でしょう。
Aww.
余計な口を
Oh,
挟む
fuck. How rude.
はい。
Damn, we haven't been this affectionate with each other in a long time. Okay, so they like the cat and mouse thing, and that's fine. It needs to be conveyed a little better. Tori never did understand women, but he found the friction amusing. He took a moment to steady his breathing.
市倉家は七名家の取りまとめを担ってきた。しかし、どうにも血が細く、代々後継ぎには難儀していた。私も三男だが、他は皆亡くなっている。
There were 3 of y'all and you couldn't get a bitch pregnant?
幾人か産んでも体が弱
Oh,
か
I
ったり、
see, okay.
病や事故に見舞われたり、
So you're
まあ、
just
そ
cursed.
ういう家系
Alright,
だ。
cool. Tori closed his eyes for a moment and tried not to picture his little girl.
取りまとめを必要としたのは、まだ力を合わせなければ七原村が立ち行かなかったからだ。おのおのの家が力をつけるにつれて、市倉家は必要とされなくなっていった。これも時代の流れと思えば諦めもつく。
There was more to it, though. Tori wasn't just resigned to the fact that House Ishikura would soon come to an end. He was deeply relieved by it. Oh, then it will finally be over. He was overcome by a profound sense of gratitude as he watched the daughter of House Shiki gaze adoringly at her fiancé.
とはいえ、一倉家が名家であり、通り様が人角の人物であることには違いありません。
It's like Kyouko was like, these are my favorite people, we're gonna go see them first. And then everybody else is like, in order of I don't like you. I feel like that's just how this is gonna go.
ああ、それはわかるよ。
さすがクロウさんです。通り様は特に人物評に優れ、まともな頭をしている七名家の者は人を雇う際に面通しをお願いするのです。
Oh.
まともならか。
それを抜きにしても、私は通り様に小さい頃からお世話になりました。
How cute.
まどかさんも同様です。第2の父母と言っても過言ではなく、だからこそ真っ先にクロウさんを紹介したのです。
京子ちゃん。
Madoka sounded touched and even Tori nodded knowingly. After all, she was the closest thing they had to a daughter. They felt a duty to her, although there was also a hint of atonement to their devotion.
さて、一倉家の紹介も済みましたし、通り様、先ほど語りかけたクロウさんへの票をどうぞ。
これは責任重大ですね。
二人していじめるな。
That's funny. Tori went quiet and took a long, hard look at Kuro, going over the features he had noticed once again. The young man's gaze was sharp, his eyes were clear and honest-looking. He reminds me of those paintings of samurai from the Genpei War you see in scrolls. He looks like a regular Taira no Mas... Oh my god. I just... Taira no Masukado. The famous revolutionary. Tori couldn't help but wonder how the Yasuka had produced a man like him. He took his time considering the question before finally giving an answer.
とにかく、クロウ君から受ける印象が強すぎる。良ければいいのだが、世の中そう受け止めるものばかりとは限らないだろう。
As far as Tori knew, the warmth he felt could have come from a raging fire within the young man. The arms that supported him so firmly could just as easily have torn him in half. The assistance he offered so freely could be taken as condescension or a challenge. His fierce gaze could be perceived as hostile. His unwavering eyes could be seen as unfeeling. That's true. Everything's about how you perceive someone. Yeah. Kuro nodded, appearing to understand what Tori was concerned about.
私のことを気に入らない方は、その度合いが激しいということですね。
Maybe.
君を相手に中庸を保つのは骨が折れるだろうな。
Tori enjoyed imagining the Futara struggling to look unimpressed. He enjoyed it greatly. Okay, so all I'm getting from this is that the Futata house is a bunch of assholes. The hook? He regretted that he wouldn't get to see it himself, but with luck, perhaps he could get his wife to fill him in on the details.
失礼な輩もいるものです。心がよほどねじ曲がっていなければ、クロウさんを嫌ったりはしないでしょう。
あのね、京子ちゃん。性根が曲がっていない人なんていないわよ。
クロウさんはまっすぐですよ。
あら、一本取られちゃった。
恐縮です。
I do find it funny talking about someone when they're in the room, just like complimenting them. It's very awkward. Seeing Kuro shrink shyly, Tori couldn't help but chuckle even as he coughed. Huh. The day was drawing to an end and the sky was deep red.
最初に千倉家に行って正解でした。通り様もずいぶん調子が良さそうで、きっと安心したのでしょうね。
Seems so.
そうかな。
そうです。だってこんなに素晴らしい人を。
I mean, he's not perfect, but he's chilling.
旦那様ですっ って紹介したんですから。本当に祝っていただけてよかったです。
俺が市倉殿のお眼鏡にかなわなかったらどうするつもりだったんだ？
Oh shit. There's no way anybody would think you weren't good enough.
その時は根節丁寧に分かっていただけるまでご説明差し上げました。なんでしたら見せつけてしまってもよかったですし。
両人相手だぞ。
Yeah, he is an old man. I don't think that last bit's possible. Yeah.
はい。
Kyouko blushed and looked down as though she just realized what she was saying. The two of them had spent a few hours visiting with Tori and Madoka before leaving to return to House Shiki. I guess I'm on the way home now. Okay. That thought made him start to consider exactly what home meant. Home, a mother and father, multiple generations living together, operating as a family unit. Assuming that definition, a Yasuka had no home. Those born in House Yasuka grew up separately, each learning to hunt in the best way, or in the way that best suited their strengths. It was more like a wasp's nest. Ah, well. I mean, yeah, there's no way. If she enjoys that playful condescension, then sure. It'd be like that, though. I enjoy that, personally. That's why I don't mind it, like, in the chat, obviously. I don't know how I feel about it in a... maybe not sexual context. I don't know how I'd feel about it in a relationship context. I'd have to see. It's hard to tell exactly what home means. The Shiki wanted him to get Kyouko pregnant with lots of babies. Apparently, they considered blood relations to be the most important factor in what constituted a home. House Ichikura was the opposite. They had given up on continuing their bloodline. But then, what did home mean to their head, Tori-sama?
Kyouko, 市倉殿は本当に家を潰すのか?
I mean, yeah, they're the bloodline's ending at least.
だいぶ前からそう伺っています。養子を取る予定もなく、市倉家の血が細いのも確かです。
そうか。
Yeah, I guess if you're not gonna do anything about it, then that's the end.
何か気になりましたか?
Maybe.
いや。
Oh, okay. Crow shook his head and set his thoughts aside. Whatever he was having trouble expressing, he decided to chalk it up to lack of experience for now. He didn't need all the answers to his questions right away.
では、帰りましょう。今日の晩ご飯もたっぷり美味しく作りますね。
Yay. Kyouko was bubbling with excitement. Kuro nodded. Ichikura dono though. Just as Tori had been sizing up Kuro had been observing Tori. I don't think those were the eyes of a man who had given up. Meanwhile, the Ichikura estate was quiet once more after an unusually lively day. Yay. Tori Ichikura was lying down and his wife Madoka was by his side.
京子ちゃんには幸せになってもらいたいな。
He spoke softly, choking the words out after a series of dry coughs. But there was a passion to his words.
本当に。
He looked into her eyes knowingly and nodded. I'll never be able to rest in peace if she doesn't. Tori didn't dote on Kyouko like he did because he had known her since she was a baby. That was part of it, of course, but there was something more. We owe it to House Shiki. I know we can never truly make up for what happened, but it's the least we can do. He thought of of the shrine in that manner. He thought of the plaque on it dedicated to a little girl. He thought of his precious little girl, and he thought of the horrible thing that killed her. Sen would be alive if it hadn't been for that, but House Ichikura has always had to deal with such incidents. Sen? The other one didn't have to die, though. It was our job to make sure nothing like that ever happened. Whatever became of that thing, it was House Ichikuro's responsibility. Tori held that to be a fundamental truth. It was a point of view that had been deeply ingrained in his family for generations, so to him it was natural to feel accountable for what happened because of it.
あなた
Oh. The idea that the incident wasn't his or House Ichikuro's fault never even occurred to him. We killed her.
すま
Oh. Oh.
ん。すまん。
He knew his words couldn't reach anyone they were intended for from his sickbed, but Tori apologized into the void of the void nonetheless, sorry. Soon it won't be long now. He had one last hope. His mind was settled after seeing Koro and Kyouko. If anything proved they had his blessing, it was that. That awful thing will die with House Ichikura. There's nothing left that matters more to me. Oh. God. Caught between wheezing and coughing, Tori Ichikura couldn't help but smile, even as his chest was killing him. Oy. Koro took a sip of his tea. It was later the same night, and he was seated in the corner of the kitchen's raised area. Meanwhile, Dogen and Shiki Yorimichi were sitting around the hearth just a few feet away. The women, Kyouko and Yukiko, were at the sink washing dishes. I guess we're going to visit House Kazui tomorrow. Koro was observing the room around him, but he wasn't looking at anything in particular. His mind was mostly empty, as was usually the case. His teachers in House Yasuka taught him not to think more than necessary. After all, he was a tool and tools had no need to think. Even in House Shiki, he considered it his purpose to be used even if he was obstinately being adopted as a fiancé for their first daughter. Still, he couldn't help but notice the ways they didn't treat him as a tool. I need to make sure I don't cause any problems for Kyouko. Just the fact of him being a Yasuka presented certain risks. For example, he might break some kind of social rule and hurt House Shiki's reputation. He looked at Kyouko during dinner. His every move seemed to inspire some kind of emotional reaction in her. She had been doing that ever since the moment they first met. He couldn't fathom why, but something made her want to devote the whole of her being to showing him affection. He found it difficult to know how to handle her feelings, but he didn't mind it. Okay. He liked her. After all, he was well aware that he would appear insane to any normal person, and yet she accepted him. How cute. It was the same with the rest of House Shiki. They expected him to provide their family with a hearty seed. Oh my god. And they took it easy on him when he failed to understand social norms and expectations. Silently, Kuro clenched his fists. His environment was calling on him to branch out of his usual cognitive domain, and as a result, he was quickly developing a sense of loyalty towards House Shiki. He wanted to understand Kyoko's love. He wanted to requite her feelings. Yep.
何か気がかりでもあるのかな
There's pheromones in the air. Or smegma. Either way. It was Yorimichi, the head of the household, who spoke to Kuro without looking at him.
そうで
Okay.
すね。
For a moment, Kuro hesitated, but then he decided it would be best to seek help if he could, given his utter ignorance.
市倉通り様に与える印象が強すぎると言われました。それを京子が分かっていないはずがありません。
He glanced at her before continuing.
最初に案内された市倉家。あそこは俺に悪印象は抱かない。そう彼女は踏んでいたのではないでしょうか。
だろうな。
悪くない選択だ。
明日以降訪問する家々には
Oh, well.
悪く受け取られる
I'm sure it'll be
とも取れま
not
す。
as easy, at least.
四季家と仲が悪いのか、八坂が嫌いなのか、あるいはその両方かもしれません。
Yorimichi and Dogen chuckled wryly. That confirmed Kuro's fears.
今朝方、
Yeah.
道元様にも言われましたが、市倉家を訪問して通り様にお会いしたことで、各家の抱くそれらは根深いのではと思ったのです。
Kuro thought back to the grim, impenetrable look that he noticed in Tori's eyes. He could only assume that people he met from the other houses would be holding on to something similar in their hearts, and not all of them would be so benevolent. Dogen was right to warn him he would have to be careful.
無論、殺しはしません。俺に悪意を向けられるのも構いません。
Being liked is not important.
ただ、それによって京子と他の家に圧力が生じるなら、あるいは俺のせいで彼女に危害が及ぶなら、もしくは我慢の範疇を超えるほど蔑まれる、指揮家を侮辱された場合、俺はどこまでやっていいのでしょうか。
Yeah, he is definitely forming his loyalty here, for sure.
何も言われないのなら、
I mean, I guess he
死な
should.
ないま
They
でやってしまい
basically
ますが。
they own him, sure. But he's basically family now, so all I know is that I need to stop before I kill them. That got Yorimichi to look at him for a moment. Kuro lowered his gaze submissively.
申し訳ありません。ただ、その場で言い返しもせず引き下がり、後日道元様に取りなしていただくのでは。
Oh god.
父上に頼らなければ何もできない。
Yeah. I mean,
そう
no,
思
why
われ
would
るの
you?
も困るか。
Imagine running home to Daddy Dogen. Dogen, help. He wasn't being critical. In fact, he was pleasantly surprised.
どうでしょうね、父上。クロウ君は我が家が舐められるのが気に入らないようです。
Submissively. Me when I avert my eyes submissively. Don't look at me like that.
そうかしこまるな、婿殿。むしろ良い傾向だ。気を回していただけるのはこちらとしてもありがたい。
は。
When Kuro looked up, Dogen was propping his chin up on his elbow, and he and Yorimichi were giving him big smiles.
市倉家だけでそう察したのはさすがだな。
I mean, I can do whatever I want. Ah! Sorry. I'll be right back. Okay. Huh. That scared the fuck out of me. I didn't go all the way outside, but I swear to God, a tree just fell on my house. Anyway. That scared me a little, because it was literally right above me. Y'all, I mean, if it was a big tree, it might have, you might have heard some noises, for sure. But I think it was probably just a balsam tree that fell over or something. I don't know. I think I'm alright. I think everything's fine. I don't really want to go all the way outside and check, so. Also, just found out there's a family of wasps living inside my back door because I never open it because the lock's broken, so I just leave it shut. Huh. Weird. All right. Well, what were we doing? Sorry, I don't know why that kind of fucked me up a little. Anyway.
気づいたのなら教えておくが、京子と九郎殿が舐められるのも、それはそれで構わないのだ。
承知の上でやらせていると。
Oh.
踏み絵だ、婿殿。
Ah. Yorimichi sipped his tea inside.
引き気は、いささか大きくなりすぎており、それがよそから見ると不快にも映る。
No, it just kind of shook me up a bit, because I've had a tree fall on my house that, like, actually, like, went through the roof, and it kind of gives me a little bit of, it gives me a little PTSD kick, so, not fun. I don't like hearing that sound that is potentially a tree falling on my house, so. Oh, hey. There's a gold duck. Whee! Alright.
しかし、それを表沙汰にする家は少ない。
Nice. Typing ASMR. Yeah, I know. My keyboard, I like them to, like, sound nice. It's very satisfying. I don't really know how to describe it because I don't like ASMR personally, but I like the sound of my keyboard, so uh.
猫をかぶっていたり日和見であったりと様々だが、それを延々続けられていても困る。
俺たちへの対応でそれを浮き彫りにさせるのですね。
Yeah, it is very satisfying.
その通りよ。まあ、こちらの意図が伝わっておらぬグズならば、立ちは悪いがバカであろう。そんなもの、集まったところで物の数ではない。それに婿殿。
I mean, certain kinds, like, things I don't consider ASMR, right? Like, listening to someone cook a meal, I do not consider ASMR. I mean, I guess it is, technically, maybe. But, like, I do that shit every day. I hear those noises every day. Like, they're a little more isolated because of the format, but, like, it's still noise I'm used to. I don't like whispering close to my ear or anything like that. It fucking bothers me so much. If someone whispers close to my ear, I have, like, a genuine freak out, so. No. I do some yandere ASMR. Your girlfriend's stabbing you to death because you looked at another woman. It definitely isn't like that. Yandere killed the woman and not you. I'm sure that exists also, though. I still had this "do women get morning wood" thing open. Fucking get off my screen. Kuro tilted his head, curious why Dogen sounded so inquisitive.
その体、踏まれて壊れるほどやわではあるまい。
Does that happen? Oh. You're saying that's an ASMR. Okay. I thought you meant like that's a thing. Okay, that's fair. Are VTubers that territorial? Is that a thing? Should I be like rude? Dude, there's so many VTubers. Oh. It's kind of crazy to gatekeep viewers. That's a little strange. Like, yeah, you probably shouldn't come to someone's stream and be like, oh god, this streamer's doing this over there at their stream. Like, go watch them. It's cool. Don't do that, probably. It's very rude. But, like, I'm not crazy. Like, I feel like being like, no, you can't watch any other VTubers is an insane take. Wow. I mean, I guess that doesn't surprise me too much. It's a little, again, still, it's a little weird to be that territorial, I think. No, don't worry, I'm not. I don't plan on being crazy.
はい。間違いなく。
そうだろう、そうだろう。
Kuro watched Dogen nod with satisfaction. He was puzzled. It was as though he hadn't heard his question about where he should draw the line on how strongly he responded to hostility.
失望するな、クロウ君。父上は君が思うほど薄情ではない。
Yeah, of course.
京子を思ってのことならば、なおさらだ。
そうさな。
Dogen paused, looking pensive. When he spoke again, he had lowered his voice.
目に余るなら、女には傷を刻んでしまえ。男には傷を残すな。子息子女ならそれでよい。
I mean, like that. I might murder you, but I'm not gonna gatekeep you from other communities. It's hard keeping a persona sometimes. Murderous Fox Lady murders all of her fans because they watched other VTubers. Jeez.
だが、今の当主どもには我慢せよ。そちらはわしが話をつける。よいな。
The men were likely to bear a grudge, but the women would probably get over it if he hurt them. Kuro assumed that was Dogen's reasoning anyway.
承知いたしました。ご厚情に感謝します。
Isn't it?
早くも婿殿の成長が見られて何よりだ。
Don't worry, I have no strong feelings about anyone consuming other VTuber content. Don't worry.
それに、孫の顔が見られるのも早いかもしれないな。
Dogen and Yorimichi grinned at each other. Their smiles were full of warmth in a way that he hadn't been before. Okay.
おじいさま、父上、何を話されているのですか？クロウさんが私を思っていると聞こえましたが、誠ですか？クロウさんがそうおっしゃったのですか？
Could you imagine?
落ち着け、京子。クロウ君は寡黙で口下手な男だ。軽々にそんなことを言うはずがないだろう。
Yorimichi chuckled with a hint of exasperation at Kyouko. who had dried her hands and hurried over to the hearth where they were seated.
いいえ、そんなことはありません。私と二人だけの時はたくさん、たくさん。
I like how her expression didn't change, but she started talking like a horny schoolgirl again. There we go.
いっぱいささやいてくれます。
Oh God.
仲睦まじいのは良きことだな。
Woman chill, yeah. She do be horny or something, I don't know.
あらあらまあ。
Maybe I do say ara ara properly when I say it. Also, again, ara ara is like a older woman thing to say. You're not supposed to really say it when you're like young. This woman's in her 60s, so... Yukiko covered her mouth and giggled. She had followed Kyouko over to the hearth.
この京子と一緒にいるのを注目にさらし続けて良いのでしょうか。
You talking about Yukiko? I mean, this is Kyoko's mom, right? So she's clearly... Wait, is it Kyoko's mom? No, it's her grandma. Either way, she was clearly very, very beautiful when she was younger. She's still quite pretty now, and yeah. Her VA's doing a good job.
離れませんし、改めません
Fucking
よ。
Kyoko. She's like, I don't care if you have your dick in me at dinner. It's fine. It's fine.
でも、もし
Unless
かし
you
て
think it's annoying.
煩わしかったでしょうか。でしたらいつでも。
Jeez.
それでも離れるのは、嫌です。ごめんなさい。
俺は歓迎だけど、周りが。
Worried about other people judging you for being loose? I don't know. What is the wording for this? Is this just shameful? Because she's not being loose. It's her fucking husband. Like, this is just normal behavior. But PDA is a little awkward, obviously. I mean, I wouldn't fuck in front of, like, other people, probably. Maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't know either.
そんな、クロウさんが喜んで迎えてくださるなら、もう周りなんてどうでもいいのに。
It does matter though, because you're like a prestigious house or some bullshit.
良いぞ。
Oh, okay. Never mind. Grandpa agrees. I guess it doesn't matter.
ほら、おじいさまも喜んでくださっています。クロウさん、気兼ねなくたく
You
さん
probably
しましょ
still
う。
shouldn't bang on like the dinner table. It's very rude. That's where I eat my dinner, bro.
村の者たちにも八坂を利用するための婿入りだなんて言わせないよう分かってもらわなければいけないんですよ。
I don't know if I do. Like I said, I don't actually know how I feel about what is it called? Exhibitionism? Is that what it's called? Where you like have an audience? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I've never experienced it. I'll try most things once. I can't say anything because I have a hard line at certain things, but I'll try most things once. Probably. Yeah.
そうなのか。
We wouldn't.
はい、
Well, no,
いけないんで
obviously.
す。
Kyouko had stepped up and sat down next to Kuro. Now she was looking at him intensely and shuffling close. Seeing how the young man responded to his daughter's advances, Yorimichi sighed.
クロウ君、重ね重ねよろしく頼むよ。
Oh. I mean, I suppose it depends on how secure you are with yourself. Like, if you could stand naked in front of other people, you're probably fine with such a thing. Probably. I mean, I don't have to. I don't have to ask why you know. I can. It's implied. Things are implied through dialogue. Either you know of someone who experienced it, or you watch someone do it, or you've experienced it yourself. So it doesn't really matter. I mean, yeah, booze does help with inhibition. This is true. I probably would be able to do something like that if I was, you know, on my ass drunk, but that doesn't... I feel like that doesn't count. Like, if you're cognizant of what's happening, it's completely different. So... I can't really equate that to, like doing it and enjoying it. So... I could just say I did it, but I was drunk as shit, so I don't actually know how I felt about it.
よろしくお願いします。
This bitch is over here like, I really appreciate the things you do for me. Even though we haven't done anything yet, I'm still thinking about it. God.
こちらこそ。
Kuro nodded obligingly, and then Kyouko threw herself all over him. The next afternoon, at the Kazuya estate, Yukiko, head of the... Oh, Yuiko, not Yukiko. God damn it. Yuiko, head of the household, was sitting silently in the tatami room. Every once in a while, he would look around and make sure everything was in order for his guests. Inside, however, he was full of resentment. Damn it, Dogen, I know you just want to rub it in my face. Oh. Mutant Flareon, you say? And, oh, Pokemon. Pokegetch. Jesus Christ. Mutant Flareon in my fucking chat. I don't actually know what this event is. It just says Event Channel Vert. I am gonna have to look, though, for real. I'm sure the explanation was probably... Oh. I mean, yeah. I don't know which, like, the other balls have, like, different catch rates for different things. I don't actually know. Yuiko gave an amused snort and flashed his wife his trademark smile. I need them to walk away believing I'll continue to be obedient to House Shiki. I can't have them figuring out what I'm up to. That was how Yuiko dealt with House Shiki. He was obedient, and insofar as that was all that was asked of him, it was sincere obedience. They're always trying to get in my way. I don't understand people who think like that, nor do I want to. The resentment would only continue to build up more, the more he thought about Shiki Dogen, so he turned his thoughts to Moriko instead, his wife, who was there beside him. Hey, it was me! I got it! I mean, you can tell this woman is at least in her 40s or maybe 30s, but she's definitely older than Kyouko and Madoka. Oh, they are doctors. Okay, I was like, they look like they're doctors, are they? But they didn't. I have no idea. I mean, yeah, she is. She looks much more spry than he does, for sure. But it's probably the age gap. Considering the time period, most of these women probably got married around 15 or 16, and the men were probably in their late 20s or 30s. So, I mean, there's an age gap, like, considerably, usually. Ha! Anyone would look younger than me. I'm 1,000 years old.
健やかに。それが何よりです。
お前はそれでいいだろうが。
それ以外に何かありますか？
Also, I'm sure that part of it also stems from the fact that this visual novel was written by a man, and I don't know if he had any oversight on like the drawings or anything. I don't know if he just wrote it, but the director of it, at least, is a man, and I'm sure he had some say in what the women look like. So it's relevant to the story anyway, probably, maybe. I'm unsure about many things today.
確かにそうだ。
Yuriko nodded obligingly. He wasn't particularly concerned with what she had to say. They're in their 40 years of marriage, her kindly demeanor and dedication to her medical practice had never changed. Okay, so they've been married for 40 years, which means she's probably in her 50s, actually. She looks amazing, so. Healthcare, that's what we do. The Kazui had been Nanawara Island's doctors for as long as anyone could remember. They were the only option for anyone on the island who got sick or hurt. That meant the lives of everyone in the village were on House Kazui's shoulders. Yeah, for sure. Dogen couldn't possibly understand the responsibility we bear. He doesn't think we deserve his respect. We help all kinds of people live longer, even if only by a little bit. He doesn't have any idea how important that is or how difficult. Yuriko's thoughts were interrupted by the sound of footsteps coming from the hall. You could tell who they belonged to. Oh.
僕らの内臓が腐っちゃうから早く補充してよ。
Oh. Twins? It was Koichi and his twin brother Koji here to hassle him. They smelled of antiseptic chemicals and gore. Yuriko chose his words carefully and tried not to let any emotion show on his face.
手配しておくからおとなしくしていろ。
いつ来るの？間に合わないと困るよ。それに検体も切れてるし。
Are they doing experiments or organ harvesting? What are they doing?
研究が滞っちゃうね。
Oh, they are researching. Okay. Moriko smiled at the boys as they begged their father.
二人とも頑張ってるものね。さあ、また成果を見せてちょうだい。
あ、いや。母上も好きだよね。
ええ。あなたたちの実験はいつも面白くて発展的だもの。
Moriko placed a hand on the back of each boy and led them away, back towards the basement laboratory.
頼んだぞ。
What the fuck? What the fuck, Himi? Like in English or in Japanese? Because if it's the same VA in English, I don't really care. Yuriko let out a deep sigh when the three of them were gone. Goddamn. But what he was upset about wasn't his son's lax attitudes towards an important visit, nor their lack of respect. Oh, I hate House Shiki. They don't know the first thing about healthcare, those uncultured apes. Okay, cool, awesome, actually. I won't watch Redo of a Healer. Probably. Honestly, I don't know that I would watch Domestic Girlfriend either, but that one's at least less I don't know, I'd probably watch that before anything else. Was it really got to him? House Kazooie performed experimental therapies using volunteers from the village and tissue samples donated from the mainland. We do it for our patients. We've got to develop new drugs, better surgical techniques. Our research can save lives. No, yet House Shiki... God damn it. And how Shiki was using their authority and connections to block House Kazooie's access to new volunteers and donations. Now they were struggling to procure the chemicals they needed to preserve their patients. We could never get away with openly defying House Shiki. Yorimichi's next in line, but there will be no convincing him. I'll have to get in on their new heir's good side, so he'll cut us some slack. Intellectually, he knew it was the only way, but it hardly seemed easy.
旦那様、指揮家のお二人が参られました。
Does it? I feel like neither of those shows would have a like high feminine watch like amount. What the fuck? But whatever. He left it at that and returned to his thoughts. Today, let's just get the introductions out of the way and see what I can learn about the Shiki girl's fiancé. There's no reason for me to say anything untoward. Adjusting his posture, he repeated his plan to himself so he would remember. Soon enough, his guests appeared.
失礼いたします。
おお、京子様、お久しぶりです。
Kyouko had a smile on his face, but internally he was taken aback. Is this really Shiki Kyouko? What happened to her? I don't remember performing a lobotomy. She was like a different person altogether. In the past, she had always come across as a merciless and cunning aristocrat. Oh! I've never watched either one, so. But I don't think they're in my, like, wheelhouse of genres either. I don't actually know what Domestic Girlfriend's about. I know what Redo of a Healer's about. I don't actually know what Domestic Girlfriend's about, but judging by the title, I could probably discern a couple of things about the genre. But now...
この度、夫を迎えることになりまして、そのご挨拶に伺いました。
ご丁寧にありがとうございます。妻と子供たちが同席できず、申し訳ありません。
Oh, okay. Oh, that actually makes sense. I mean, it's either or, really.
いいえ、予定を空けていただいたのは私どもですから、
Don't care
どう
about
ぞ
that.
気になさらないでください。
Her manner of speaking and conducting herself were the same as ever, but he could feel that something about her had changed. She kept playing with her hair. Of course, you could say she was in love if you wanted to be sentimental about it, but Kazooie Yuiko was a man of science. He had studied many live specimens just like her in his time, and he could infer a lot from what he saw. She must be ovulating near constantly. What kind of drugs do they have her on? Oh my god! Okay. Kyouko ignored the way Yuiko was staring at her. I'm saying his name wrong, right? It's Yukio. By the way, I just have dyslexia. Anyway. Was staring at her and went on to introduce Kuro, who had followed her into the room.
こちらが八坂から婿入りのために来ていただいたクロウさんです。
Wonder if I was actually picking that up. Well. Yukio fell speechless when he saw the young man. Yasuka Kuro proceeded towards the cushion that had been prepared for him and sat down, assuming a formal posture. Then he bowed, nearly pressing his forehead to the ground.
はじめまして。和井様。八坂九郎と申します。
Kyoko gave a polite bow, or Kyoko gave a polite bow as well. God damn it.
夫ともども、今後ともよろしくお願いいたします。
Maybe it's just a cultural thing, but I feel like why do I have to introduce my fiance to all these fucking people? I'm not related to these people. But I guess I don't know how noble bullshit works. I don't. Ah! Anyway. Huh?
こちらこそ懇意にしていただければ幸いです。
Yeah. Even as he fumbled to respond, the smile plastered over Yukio's face never wavered, but inside he was reeling. What in God's name? Is he even human? I guess. He couldn't help but tremble with excitement as he looked Kuro over. He's human, alright, superhuman. It wasn't that Kuro was especially attractive, at least by conventional standards. But any man with a seed of a biologist in him could see it. Kuro represented the pinnacle of human physical attainment. Okay. So this, again, this is just, the men are evaluating him, like, hardcore. So it gives off a vibe of, like, it's too deep, right? I mean, it's fine. But the seed of a biologist. His strong bones. Oh my god! His strong bones, his firm muscles, surely even his internal organs were finely shaped and pumping with rare vigor. This face right here! Oh my god. I just need some heart eyes in there. Good lord, man. Look at him. Dude's pumping with something. Shit. I've never seen anything like it. Yukio had never believed in gods or Buddhas, but divine was the only word that would suffice to describe the perfection of Kuro's body. He was cut like a statue of a fierce deity standing guard at the temple gate.
Kazui-sama.
Dude, Magikarp. Alright. Yukio's heart was pounding in his chest, but he was determined not to let any emotion show through his mask. Bro, you are making the most sus face. There's no way.
Kyouko-sama. 素晴らしい婿殿をお取りになりましたね。
あ
あ。お褒めいただき光栄です。本当に素晴らしいです。
私も京子さんにそう言っていただけるのは夢のようです。
A thrill ran down Kyoko's spine and she shivered with delight. She bit her lip, looking like she was struggling to control herself.
おやおや、見せつけられてしまいましたな。
Okay, I certainly hope I'm not in for a show. I mean, you could be in for a show. Oh. Oh shit, hold on. I need to check something. Oh god. What do you mean I didn't catch it? Bro, how dare you? Wait, what? Oh, okay. I was very confused. I had to check my calendar real quick. I've got to examine him, learn his family, medical history, run test, open his skull, dissect him. I need it. Need it. Ah! Okay. But Yukio didn't let so much as a hint of how he really felt show through.
我が和池は代々医療に携わっております。季節の変わり目など体調を崩された折には何なりとご相談ください。
Fuck that. I want to look now. Now. Let me at that body. It's an insult to medical science that my hands aren't already inside his guts. Oh! Okay.
もっとも
There's something.
京子様がご解任されるのが
There's
先なように
something.
思わ
Hold
れま
on.
すね。
There is something incredibly sexual about all of that. Even if it's just like, oh, you've piqued my scientific curiosity, it feels sexually charged. It's very strange.
ええ、おそらくそうなると思われます。祖父の道元にもそう望まれていますし。クロウさんも乗り気です。結婚前だというのに腹ませると言ってくださいました。
Do you not come to my streams or something, Himi? You're like literally. I make voice noises sometimes. It's kind of crazy, huh? You'll be all right. Were they? It's because I turned my microphone up all the way today. Oh no, I didn't actually. I turned it up more than it usually is.
京子、ちょっと。
Mm-hmm.
あら、
But that's what it usually sounds like. I just don't have the volume all the way
照れ
up.
なくていいんですよ、クロウさん。それとも間違ったことを言いましたか？
いや、そのままだ。
Oh yeah, okay. This woman.
和井様、そういうことなのです。
Would it?
おやおや、
Are you on your phone usually? Are you on your computer usually? I feel like you're usually on your phone. Maybe. A baby, his baby? I've gotta have it. I'll deliver it. All I have to do is make it seem like a stillbirth. Oh no! Okay, I see.
ぜひご協力させていただきたく。
Jeez.
父上！
Oh. There's a girl. What the hell? The voice came from a small figure who had appeared from the doorway. Yukio gasped, returning to his senses all at once. He looked up to see his youngest child, a girl, staring at Kuro and Kyouko.
小雪、下がりなさい。
Oh. I mean, yeah.
すごいすごい。お兄ちゃん誰？人間なの？
小雪。
だって父上、この人。私の旦那様よ。小雪ちゃん。京子ちゃんも？
Whoa.
ええ、私の。
Kuro clearly didn't quite know what to make of Kyouko and Koyuki's exchange. Oh no, I need Koyuki to keep her big mouth shut. Oh.
そうなんだ。
Koyuki was looking Kuro over intently. It seemed harmless enough, but something in her eyes suggested that she was studying him like an animal, an unfamiliar and fascinating insect. She wasn't old enough to understand that she should hide it when she did that. I hate to air out our dirty laundry in front of the Shiki, but I've got no choice but to shut her up and chase her out of here.
和井様
Just as Yukio moved to stand, Kyouko extended her hand and motioned for him to sit back down. Her flirtatious demeanor had vanished. Now she was back to the Kyouko he knew.
欲しいな
Is this like
ね
jealousy?
え京子ちゃんこの人ちょうど
Oh no.
私のだから取っちゃダメですよ
Oh my.
ほーい
Kuki must have been able to sense Kyoko's intensity as she moved to her father's side. She sat in his lap and wiggled happily.
末娘が失礼いたしました。
Yeah, alright.
いえいえ分かっていただけたようですから構いませんよ
そうですね。
Yasuka Kuro was still. He merely observed the room, present yet somehow removed from it all. My god. Yukio had gone quiet. He held Koyuki's hand as he fought to maintain his composure. Look at what the Yasuka have achieved. Excuse me? Anyway. Oh, she wiggled. She wiggled excitedly or whatever, I don't know. Little kid stuff. Suppressing those thoughts, he tried to keep the conversation going, in the hope that he could get Kuro to take a liking to him, even just a little bit.
九郎殿は八坂の生まれでしょう。あちらでもいろいろと人体に関わることを行っていると聞きました。
そうですね。私の羊もそれゆえのものですし。
Yukio's heart was filled with jealousy in an instant.
医療とつながるものもあると思います。少し
私の知る範囲でしたら。
Okay, we're gonna probe this man. Yasuka Kuro, he was being so pleasant. Yasuka, he was a Yasuka.
ありがとうございます。では、
He was the product of House Yakuza's most advanced research. Why were they allowed to do whatever they wanted, yet House Kazui couldn't do a single experiment without interference from House Shiki? Ah. Yukio concealed his outrage and began questioning. Meanwhile, in his lap, Koyuki was staring at Kuro with eyes as big as marbles. By the time Yukio's barrage of questions finally came to an end, the sun was beginning to set.
クロウさんお疲れ様でした、
運動したわけでもないから平気だ。しかし、和井様の知識欲はすごいな。
Kuro gazed at the gate of House Kazui's estate as he muttered that last comment. Yukio pried as much as he could about House Yakuza's research, but Kuro made sure not to reveal any sensitive information. The details of how he was designed and the precise nature of House Yakuza's experiments. Yasaka, god damn it. Experiments were not secrets per se, but they weren't something that would be wise to reveal to any old quack. For one thing, he was a tool designed for killing. How was a tool supposed to explain how it was made? I thought he would be disappointed, but he seemed very enthusiastic nonetheless. Yukio put on a calm face, but Kuro could tell how excited he was by the warmth his body emitted and the sound of his heartbeat.
あれは八坂に張り合っているだけでしょう、和井は治療とは言い難いおぞましい実験を行っていますが、四季家はそれを認めていません。
しかし、八坂には口出しなしとなれば不満も募るが。
はい。ですが、八坂に関しては本土の思惑があります。それを四季家のせいにされるのはお門違いですが、どうにも分かっていただけません。
So he's just an ass. And he's dense.
ああ。京子も、あれが上辺だって気づいてたか。
和井様はいつもあの態度ですので、逆に察しがつきます。
Even Kyouko could tell. Alright. Kyouko shook her head in
それに
exasperation.
しても小雪ちゃんへのしつけはなっていませんね。クロウさんに手を出そうとするなんて失礼にも程があります。いくら年を取ってからできた娘とはいえ甘やかしすぎでしょう。クロウさんもそう思いませんか？
いや、俺は心配してなかったけ
Of
どね。
course she didn't bother you. You don't have jealousy in your heart, sir. Maybe eventually you will. I don't know how this story's gonna end. I mean, I kind of have an idea, but I don't know how this story is gonna end.
あまり軟弱な態度でいては舐められますよ。
俺は京子のものみたいだから平気かなって。
Mm-hmm.
それは事実ですが、はい、私のものになっていただきたいという願望の発露ですが、
Indeed.
それはそれ、これはこれです。
君のものって自覚もあるけど。
帰りますよ。はい、帰る。これ以上ここでやっていたら和池に怒られそうです。とても嬉しいので抑えられるうちに行きましょう。
She's coming unglued.
そうか。
All right. Kuro was used to her emotional volatility by now. He turned to look back at House Kazui's estate one last time. He sensed a large room with several people in it in the basement. His senses were sharp. It was impossible to hide architectural features or the presence of people from him, especially not when they smelled so strongly of industrial chemicals and blood. As a Yasaka, I don't have much room to talk, but whatever they're up to, it can't be good. But as long as they respected his boundaries, Kuro thought it was best to let Dogen decide where to draw the line with them.
それにしても小雪ちゃんは無作法にも程があります。おじいさまには報告しておきましょう。
Oh, okay. No sooner had they lost sight of House Kazui's front gate than Kyouko returned to criticizing the girl. It seemed she was unable to set the issue aside, but Kuro didn't see why it was such a big deal.
子供のしたことだしいいじゃないか。それに小雪ちゃんより和井殿の方がまずい。
I mean, yeah, he seems to be an issue.
あの人誰にでもああなのか。
Why did they flash back to that fucking pain?
怒りました。
Yeah. I had to put a content warning on this. It gets like bloody in this bitch at some point.
もう遅いし帰ろう。
Is it? I just searched content warning on Google and fucking put it up there. Oh well. Yeah, there's no way I knew that content warning was a fucking game. Also, why would you name a game that? But whatever, I guess. It's quite meta. I mean, this game needs a content warning, though. Not enough, apparently. I don't fucking know it existed. Okay. I don't know if you can call that super popular then, can you? Oh, okay. That doesn't sound like anything that requires the name content warning. Should I move the logo? Hello? Meow. Oh, I see. Oh, do things try to kill you in the game? Okay, I guess that's fair. That makes me curious who all played it, because I usually watch Markiplier play horror adjacent content, and I don't think I ever watched a video of him playing it. Oh. This is not what I expected this to be. Did he? Yeah, I do see him playing it with the lads, actually. Huh. It must be because it's a standalone game. Yeah, that's fair. I really didn't expect it to be this. I expected it to be like an actual horror game, but okay. I tend to not like or play those games, to be fair. That might be why I ignored it. This is 2 years old, so like... If I saw it was like a multiplayer thing, I probably just didn't watch it. Yeah, I don't... Generally speaking, I don't play... I like Among Us. Like, I actually enjoyed the game. Like, it was fun to play. But obviously I wasn't streaming at that point, so it was literally just because I thought it was fun to play drunk. It was very fun to play drunk and high with a bunch of friends. Like... But the other games, I mean, I'm pretty sure they're not Mecha Chameleon because I never bought it, but the other ones, they're all on my, I think they're all on my Steam, but I've never played them. Yeah, okay. Well, see, Among Us wasn't even, like, popular when it first came out. It took, like, 2 fucking years for it to, like, actually get popular. And then it wouldn't die, so I don't know about Among Us being in the, like, oh, it's gonna die in 2 weeks category. But I watched people play Liar's Bar. I definitely watched that because I thought it was interesting premise-wise. The only reason I watched people play Peak was because fucking Iron Mouse had like the fucking song she did with Baby No Money was in the game. And I watched her like show off that, and I think that's the only Peak content I consumed. I've never played it also. I did enjoy Among Us when it was like being played. There was a lot of good content that came from it. A lot of like Corpse Husband. Charlie did a bunch of those also with a bunch of lads. Those were fun to watch. So I've never played Phasmophobia either. Out of all of these games, the only one I've played is Among Us. Anyway. Kuro caught Kyouko by the hips as she tried to make off for the Kazuya state once again.
話してください、クロウさん。私のクロウさんの尻穴が危ないのですよ。
What the fuck is this line? Can you... The sanctity of your butthole is in danger here is a fucking sentence.
想像の上でも凌辱されたんですよ。
Oh my god!
私は...
She's tripping. Ah! Anyway.
まあまあ、落ち着いて。
She shakes. Kuro did what he could to put Kyoko's howling at ease as they made their way back to House Shiki's estate. Dude's tripping. Of course they're laughing. Laughter rang out through the annex at House Shiki's estate that night. It was after dinner and Kuro was passing the time before bed with Yoromichi.
そう現れましても。
I mean, the doctor definitely was looking over Kuro a little too thoroughly. Kyouko had already told him and Dogen the story once before, and they thought it was so funny that they asked Kuro about it later just to hear it again.
そうだな。君にとっては切実な問題だ。
That's very funny.
うん。反応に困ります。
Okay.
危機感に乏しいな。
What do you mean?
それは道元様も。
I don't think so.
ああ。
Oh, okay, okay. Sure, sure.
京子を抱く前に男に抱かれるわけにも。
God.
いかん。
Yorimichi wheezed and clenched his sides, screwing up his face and trying as hard as he could to suppress his laughter.
くれぐれも注意することだ。君にそんな心配は無用だと思うが。
Indeed.
京子のこともある。
Yeah. That's what really worries him. Kuro nodded, thinking back to how Kyouko was struggling with going back to House Kazui's estate to attack Yukio.
心得ています。
Yeah.
どうだかな。あれに思いを寄せられていても、君自身は分かったものではない。
はい。未だに受け止めるだけで精一杯です。
そういうことではない。
Huh?
君は京子を評価している。
I mean, sure.
そうだな。君に欠けている常識的な部分、情動的な趣を惜しむことなく注いでいる娘を憎からず思っている。
I mean, who wouldn't? She's very passionate.
親のひいき目ではなく、見ていてわかることだ。否定。
はい。
はい。
Anyway, Kuro didn't disagree. In fact, he felt like Yoromichi had helped him realize something. I've been so caught up in trying not to hurt her feelings, but I really do like her. It came to him all at once. Suddenly it seemed obvious.
だから。
Oh.
そこから一歩踏み出してほしい。
Do you appreciate that?
どうすればよいのかわからなくとも、そういう心持ちでいてくれれば。
Just
literally
just let her do most of it. All you have to do is put your penis in there. Like, she'll just do most of it.
初日から見ていたが、確かにイオ殿が進めるだけのことはある。多分、人としての基礎が元からできているのだろ
う。の。
Oh. Oh my. Uncharacteristically for him, Kuro's eyes widened at the high praise of the older man offered. Yoromichi laughed.
すまん。言葉を尽くすのは身にならないか。
Anyway. Kuro wanted to say something, but couldn't figure out how to say it, so he gave up. I never have been good with words. He could know their meaning, but they never carried much emotional impact for him. The things most people talked about just weren't relevant to his experience of the world. Their concepts were far removed from his life, like a train on a different track. Even saying that he thought Kyouko was beautiful was only an approximation. He felt like a revelation was coming over him. He was starting to think that he might be attracted to her or even love her. Still, something wasn't quite right about those words. The smile fell from Yorimichi's face when he saw Kuro racking his brains. He looked down as he spoke again.
あの子は気立てがよく利口だが、才には恵まれなかった。だから過ちも犯す。自覚せず罠に踏み込むこともある。
Aww.
Aww. だからよく静止して支えてくれ。
はい。改めて心得ました。
Bruh.
こちらこそ彼女を支えにさせていただきます。
We just approve of butt stuff in general. That's very funny. Glad everyone here is so accepting. Jeez. Alright.
そして結婚したらすぐ孫へ。早く何人でもいいから腹ませろ。
Oh my.
それが君の第一の役割だ。子供を産まないうちは京子もまともな女ではない。極つぶしのガキもいいところだ。父親としてそのまま何年も経つのはいたたまれないからな。
That was definitely a lie. Yorimichi's voice was full of emotion, but Kuro couldn't tell the nature of that emotion, so he merely responded.
腹ませます。
I'll get her pregnant. You got it, Dad. God damn. True. He was firm in his statement and completely earnest.
よろしい。娘の話はここまでとしよう。
Yorimichi straightened his back as though the subject was serious.
和井はどうだった？
Oh.
悪意や敵意を向けられたか？
和井様はそれらを隠すのに慣れているようで
The
した。
fuck is a relor?
ただし、少なくとも好意はありません。
Whatever. I'll throw it out there.
劣情の類だろうな。
Yukio's a real degenerate, huh?
八坂の傑作である君に催しても
Oh,
不思議ではない。
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
うん。
I think it's complicated.
複雑ですね。
Kuro meant that what Yukio felt for him appeared to be an extreme curiosity. There was resentment and anger mixed in with that, but there was no indication that he wanted to kill Kuro. And while Yukio could hardly be called loyal to Halshiki, he was unlikely to harm their interests as long as they remained in such a strong position.
まあ、人の考えることだ。
Maybe,
実際に問題を起こすまでは時間がかかる。九郎君も懸命に荒探しをする必要はないぞ。
It's the shit roller bug. Oh, is it the dung beetle? I don't know if I've seen that Pokemon, but I assume it's a dung beetle.
道元様は踏み絵とおっしゃっていましたが。
あれは物の例えだ。意味としては真逆だな。
Gross. I didn't catch it, boo.
踏み絵は踏まなければ処罰される。が、この場合は踏まなければそれでいい。そこまで父上は独裁的ではないよ。
Kuro took that to mean that there should be consequences for anyone who treated him with open malice.
所詮どの家も古くから格式のある家柄ではない。権力を剥げばただの村人も同然だからな。
self-made noble houses, by the way?
それが全てを仕切ろうなどと欲をかけば後ろから刺される。とはいえ進んで刺してくる相手には注意が必要だ。
京子が最後に回している二良家ですか。
Hmm.
望んで権力を強めたわけではないんだがな。
Oh. Yorimichi shrugged his shoulders. It appeared there was something more that he was leaving out on purpose. He's not denying it, but I think he wants me to see for myself.
明日は五社と陸号、両家に赴く予定ですが、この二家がまとめてなのはなぜでしょうか。
Are you asking for that house to be built? The fuck? Well, I don't know what I don't even know what I would do. What the fuck?
5社は主な公安部を抱えていて外部とのやり取りを仕切っている。陸号は経済面だな。ここに島内ほぼ全ての店がある。居住地域の四季、商業地域の陸号という具合だ。
聞いていると食料の流通を握っているように思えます。
Huh.
それでも四季家よりも小さいのですか。
Don't do. So we're just gonna have orgies on the dinner table then, yeah? Seems legit. Why are my eyes like this today? I don't really know. I don't really know what would happen in this case. I'm gonna pull a Celestia and just be like, I want a harem of men to take care of the house instead of the other way around like it usually is, I guess. Yeah? Something like that? Yeah, it is. I was trying not to spoil exactly what kind of gore it is. So I've refrained from saying or posting it. But there is gore in this game. Oh. Anyway. And from the looks of it, there's a lot of it. It kind of showed his hand early. But, no, I know. I don't care about that. It did kind of give away some of what's gonna happen later at the very beginning in, like, the cold open. But it's probably fine. Most people forget about it by the time we get to it.
うちはその上、本土の祭りごとも噛んでいるからな。あちらから二度目されれば困窮しかね。
What the hell am I looking at here? Oh. Yay.
お上を無視して七原島とやり取りする商人もいないだろう。昔ならいざ知らず自給率も下がっているからな。長々と二度目されれば持つまい。
Karo considered Yorimichi's words carefully before nodding.
七原島の特産品は八坂のもの。それを四季が抱えている以上はということですか。
Hydrate? Oh, shit. If there was a 5-hour sex cutscene, I would just leave this on and fucking leave. Hell, I don't know, though.
そうだ。話を五社と陸号に戻すぞ。
A lot of this game is politics. And then there's like sex and gore.
外から入ってきた商材を取り扱う関係で、五社と陸号は非常に親密だ。血のつながりもあるので、分ける意味が薄い。そういった二家で優先順位を分けてしまえば、後で内輪もめにつながりかねないだろ
なるほど。
Okay, chill out. What the fuck is happening? Oh. Nice. You love to see it.
御社のところで挨拶した後、入江を渡って陸郷へ行くといい。あちらは商店も多く賑わっている。
That doesn't count. I just said that out loud. Anyway.
そういえば、京子も明日は午前から行くと言っていました。
ああ、なるほどな。あれも最初からそのつもりだったわけだ。午後いっぱい使って楽しんできたまえ。
Sure. Yorimichi smiled in a fatherly way. Kuro started nodding wordlessly while he imagined Kyouko and what she was like when she was excited. Are we like being like cute excited or like sexually excited because
Suzuka.
I mean, yeah, right.
おじいさま、もっと毅然となさっていてください。
Well, this girl looks like she's about Kyoko's age. It was the next morning and there were people gathered at House Gosha's estate awaiting the visit of Shiki Kyouko and Yasaka Kuro.
そうは言ってもな、あの京子様に八坂の男だぞ。
Well, maybe. I don't know. She looks to be in the same age bracket, which is teenager. So... It's hard to tell. They all wear lipstick and they're wearing full kimonos where their like chest is bound a little, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly what age they are, but they're definitely in their teens.
どんな組み合わせだ？ああ、腹が痛い。今から私だけ抜けてはダメかな。
おじいさま。
It's also the eyes, the way they're drawn. Like Koyuki was very obviously like under the age of 10. And annoying as shit, so you know. Gosha Suzuka was glaring at her grandfather Kanji, who was the head of the household.
そんなことをすれば、御社家は指揮家の挨拶など、こんな小娘だけで十分だと思っている。そう取られますよ。
それはダメだ。もっとダメだ。
Kanji was hunched over timidly. Suzuka rubbed his back and let out a sigh. I just hope Kyouko isn't stupid enough to see this and think we're trying to undermine House Shiki. Cool and collected. Ow. Suzuka had a mature air for her young age. She looked over the room.
kijiji様、大丈夫ですか?
Oh. The young man who spoke was Rinkugo Toltop. My mouth does not want to say that for some reason. Son of House Rinkugo's head and his first wife.
シージ、お腹痛いの?
The little girl was his half-sister, Sane.
ああ、心配しなくてもいいよ。
I see. There's overlap. Okay.
大丈夫だからな。
Faced with his great-granddaughter, even Kanji had to put on a brave face, or perhaps not exactly brave, but he gave her a half-hearted smile at least. What are they up to? Don't tell me. She was referring to Toichiro, head of House Rinkugo, and his wife Suzune, who was also Suzuka's older sister. Suzuka shook her head and pushed the absent couple out of her mind before she got caught up in the thought.
ああ、早く来て、早く楽になりたいな。
Kanji wasn't an incompetent man. He likely would have lost his position as head of household years ago if he were, but he had never been the type who could stand up to the powerful personalities of the other households, or house heads, sorry. And after enough time, servility became part of his personality. Dogenshiki was never domineering toward him, but he loved to skirt the line, as always asking him to provide certain goods to the village or to adjust his prices. But at least he was better than Futara Ryukin. Okay. Not to mention, those degenerate Kazui and House Saigusa wouldn't even give the time of day to a male like him. And House Yasuka was a den of snakes. Not that he ever got to deal with them except through the Shiki. A life like Madoka-sama's would be nice. House Ichikura may have been in decline, but their former glory made them too confident to be intimidated easily. The way Shizuka saw it, Ichikura Madoka had the life every woman dreamed about, spending her days close to her loving husband, Tori. She believed that that was what marriage was about, having a partnership, not one-sidedly submitting to some man. But some relationships were rare on Nanawara Island, where lies and scheming prevailed. Suzuka was wise beyond her years. By necessity, she had she had craved a supportive and equitable relationship. Of course, she couldn't help but let those desires color her impression of Kyoko's arranged marriage. Aww, poor Kyoko-sama. I can't believe they're making her marry some monster the Yakuza created. Oh man. Suzuka was in attendance, partially out of morbid curiosity about what he would be like. She also wanted to be there for Kyoko. Like when they were younger, she was sure the girl would be depressed. Personally, I'd like a proper husband.
Tota-kun, Sanae, お前たちは大丈夫か? 緊張で腹が痛むなら席を外していいぞ。
しっかりして、じいじ。お兄様、一緒にさすりましょう。
Oh, God.
ひじじ様、気を確かに持ってください。
ああ、ありがとうな。
There's a yamper! There's a doggo in the chat. I'm gonna use an Ultra Ball on it. Woohoo! No way I'm getting stuck with someone like him. Suzuka tried to stay focused on her goal as she waited for their guests to arrive. Nice. Oh. Oh. What is happening? No, I said yamper. Fuck you. Why is he beating his wife? What is this garbage? What an asshat! Also, why is he taking it out on his wife? Meanwhile, a little ways away from the tatami room where the others were, the head of House Rikugo had locked himself in the guest bedroom with his wife, whom he was beating and kicking brutally. Unfortunately. Real men don't beat their wives. I don't care what era it is. It looks like a little pissant to me. It's really shitty too, because his wife's really pretty, and he's just beating the fuck out of her. Someone stab this motherfucker, please. I'll stab him. Fuck. Ugh. The last kick sank deep into Suzune's abdomen. She writhed and curled into a ball, clenching her stomach.
言ったそばから腹隠してんじゃねえぞ。
What the fuck is happening right here?
なえた。くそなえた。
Oh my god. Alright. Toichiro wiped the sweat off his brow and quickly started to calm down. It was routine for him to take out his frustration on his wife. Now that he'd gotten his fill of casual violence, his mind easily shifted to other things. Yeah, that makes sense. He started getting dressed while he looked down at his wife, vomiting all over the floor.
おい、汚さないでくれないか。
Suzune rose to her feet unsteadily and tried to do the same. Ow. But her clothes were stained and reeked of vomit. Alright.
そろそろ指揮家のお二人が来てもいい時間だが、お前はそれじゃあ無理だな。
Toshiro grabbed Suzune by the clean part of her collar and pulled her close. Ugh.
せっかく顔はそのままにしてやったのに、何吐いてんだよ。俺の我慢どうしてくれんだ？
Apparently this isn't his first wife. This is... second wife, I guess? I don't know. The force of the punch sent Suzune stumbling backwards, and she fell back into the floor.
そこでゲロ食って掃除してろ。てめえの実家なんだから勝手はわかるだろ。綺麗にできてなかったら顔で続きだ。
Suzune looked from her husband to the vomit with tears in her eyes, saying that gave... oh god. Gave Toichiro a nice sense of catharsis. Ugh. Now I finally feel like I can handle this damn meeting. He nodded to himself, satisfied, and strolled away towards the tatami room. Man, I can't wait to see how she cleans up that one. Toichiro puffed out his chest, and his face took on a demented grin. Yeah, alright. Of course, I'm gonna beat her either way.
いやー、申し訳ありません。妻の調子が悪いようで席を外させていただきました。
When he was back in the tatami room, Toichiro shifted his expression to an... obsequious? Obsequious? How the fuck do you say this? Oh, right.
Obsequious.
Obsequious? Excessively eager to please, obey, or flatter others. I see. Okay. Yeah, first time hearing it also. Obsequious smiled and bowed politely. Suzuka wanted to sigh when she saw him. You've got to be kidding me. She knew he was beating his wife, her older sister. Their grandfather, Kanji, knew as well. Yeah, he's very two-faced. That guy needs to die. I don't care if he dies. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the story is about women dying, so...
He's
got a very punchable face, though. If I hadn't seen that other shit just now, he would have already been, like, very punchable. So. Yeah, that'd be great. But no one would do anything about it. House Gosha had grown weaker over the years. They were in no position to endanger their ties to House Rikugo. Both families were caught between the demands of the Shiki and the Futara. And whichever one they obliged to, the other would take it personally. Oh god. They had a lot in common, and the Rikugo were saner in their eyes than some of the other houses. Together they were capable of so much more than they were alone. Yes. These men always picked the worst of both worlds. If you ask Suzuka, they should have joined forces with House Shiki long ago. Unfortunately, her grandfather insisted that he wanted to maintain decent ties with the Futara as well. And that was the same approach House Rikugo favored.
Suzuka-san, どうかしましたか?
Of course, kanji was one thing, but Toichiro was absolute scum to her. House Rikugo's political position made him feel weak, so he made himself strong by taking his frustration out on his wife. It was an entirely different level from her grandfather. She felt sorry for her sister Suzune, but she also didn't understand why she didn't speak up about what he did to her.
いいえ、姉が心配ですが、ここは実家です。自分で何とかするでしょう。
What's wrong with me? Why don't I say anything either? Yeah. Year after year, she kept hoping for one day when she would marry into a better family, when she would be free.
お父様。
Yeah.
僕、鈴音さんについています。
お兄様、私も。
いや、お前たちはここにいなさい。
He put a hand on each of his children's shoulders and looked them in the eyes.
鈴音の代わりに、しっかりと京子様にご挨拶するんだよ。
Sure.
お兄様、一緒にご挨拶しよう。
そうだな。早苗、ちゃんと挨拶できる？
できるよ。でも一緒がいい。
This girl has a brother complex. Okay. I see they're as close as ever. Yeah, alright. The thought of what Toichiro might do to Sanae when she got a little older filled Suzuka with disgust.
Suzuka, 耐えてくれ。な。
Dude, Grandpa, please. I'm incredibly worried about all of this.
ええ、わかっています。私もそのくらいの分別はつきますし、道理もわきまえる年齢ですから。
I mean, I'm not worried about the brother complex bullshit. I'm more worried about the dad implication just there and the beating. So I'm sure that'll be terrible. There's a lot of stuff wrong, obviously, with everything here. No, it's not good. Is he listening to himself talk? To her, it was just another reminder that she couldn't trust any man from the seven noble houses. She felt like she was starting to understand why the female supremacist house, Saegusa, rejected men outright. Oh.
おっといらしたようです。私がご案内しますので、
There's a house
ど
of
うぞ
just
皆様。
House Gosha couldn't afford servants, so when guests arrived, someone from the family had to get the door for them. I was supposed to show them in, but he beat me to it.
なあ、鈴鹿。八坂の婿殿はどんな方だろうな。
This man lost his spine, apparently.
どうでしょう。私知ってる。八坂はもののけなんだよね。
こら、早苗。そんなこと絶対に言っちゃダメだ。
はーい。わかりました。お兄様。
Sanae clung to Tota and nodded obediently. I wonder... The Yasuka estate was very far from Nanawara village. They almost never met any of them. In fact, Suzuka had never seen a Yasuka in person, but she'd heard some of them had hands or feet 3 times the size of a normal person's, or even that they had horns, or that the corners of their eyes drooped all the way down to their jaws like some kind of oni. The stories made it sound like they were hardly human at all.
でも、 指揮家に婿殿を送り届けた者たちはもののけではなかったそうですよ。
そうか。なら少しは期待できるかな。
Hope. Suzuka scoffed at the thought. Poor Kyouko-sama. I know they want her to have children, but a Yasaka? As far as Suzuka was concerned, of most of the people in Nanawara village for that matter, they might as well have made her marry a horse, a cow, or even a dog. Damn.
こちらです。遠いところご足労いただきありがとうございます。
Toichiro was putting on a humble and polite act when he returned. The footsteps of those behind him didn't suggest any displeasure or reluctance. Is she happy? Yeah, she seems to be. Suzuka didn't have time to think about it because Shiki Kyoko strolled in looking like the happiest woman on earth the very next moment. And right behind her, the Yasaka man walked in and sat down. She was speechless.
皆さん、ほぼお揃いですね。こちらが私の夫となる
八坂九郎です。どうぞお見知りおきください。
これはまた惜しい殿方ですな、京子様。
He's pretty charming, yeah, I'd say. I can agree with that. What is going on with my...
とても頼りになる私の殿です。
My tracking is bothering me so much today. My eyes look like they're open too wide.
恐縮です。
Suzuka still couldn't believe her eyes. She was in shock. Yeah. He's the monster? The Yakuza? Really? What? How? Why is he normal? Or I mean, he's kind of hot? Okay. What did grandfather say? Dashing? That's one way to put it. He's a real man.
かっこいい。
かっこいいです。
私はお兄様の方が好きです。
ありがとう。
This isn't a dream. Suzuka rubbed her eyes and looked again at Kuro. The Yasaka seemed to notice. He grinned back at her with a friendly, if goofy smile. Wow. Wow. I didn't say anything. What is this feeling? I'm a little afraid of him, but I also feel nice. Her eyes landed on Toichiro when she rushed to turn away her gaze. Ugh. He kept his head down, remaining bowed to Kyoko's fiancé and trembling. Perhaps he was just as surprised as Suzuka was to see how the Yasaka defied his expectations. God! Well, no. Suzuka still felt bad for Kyouko, but she was delighted to see him feeling intimidated. Serves you right. Suzuka would have stuck her tongue out at him if she thought she could get away with it.
御社の港には四季家も八坂も世話になっています。よろしくと道元様もおっしゃっていました。
そんな恐れ多い。
I mean, this one's like the only one that's not spoiled by the expectation that he's more than the woman he's with, I guess? I don't really know how to explain it. He kind of just views Kyouko as an equal to him, which is probably not super common at this point. Also, he is not conventionally attractive, I guess, to these people, but he's not attractive, so... While Kanji spoke to Koro, Suzuka was admiring the man's face. He isn't quite like I expected. He's going to be Kyouko-sama's husband, though, huh? A tap on her shoulder suddenly snapped her out of her thought. Oh.
あら、そんなに驚かないで。
Kyouko giggled. Suzuka hadn't noticed her sitting down next to her. The last time they'd met hadn't been that long ago, but she was like a completely different woman. There was a hint of red to her cheeks, and her every movement seemed incredibly feminine and voluptuous.
あの人、慕っているんです。
With who? I mean, that girl definitely has a brother complex, but like, I don't think so.
もちろん。
Kyouko sounded excited, and there was a big smile on her face.
ごめんなさいね、静香ちゃん。
Why? Suzuka didn't know what she was apologizing for, but before she could ask, Kyouko lowered her voice and continued.
あなたが一倉様みたいに互いに思い合う夫婦に憧れているのは知ってるけど。
Oh. Kyouko was still smiling, but suddenly Suzuka felt like she wanted to cry. Uh-huh.
先に幸せになっちゃった。あなたも頑張ってね。
What was that? It was the afternoon, and Kuro and Kyouko had finished up with House Gosha and House Rikugo a little early. The two of them had just ridden a ship across the bay, and Kuro was stretching to ease his nerves.
クロウさんのそんなところを見るのは珍しいですね。
Right.
いや、睡蓮はしてたけど、京子と一緒だと緊張が違うよ。いざって時は抱きかかえて、
先に言っていただければ、一生懸命に飛び込みましたのに。
This woman is reckless.
水に濡れて、クロウさんに抱きしめられて。
五社と陸号の人が困るから、やめて正解だな。
私にとっては不正解です。ああ、もう気を取り直しましょう。
そうだな。時間はあるし。で、なんで君は残ってるの
？Oh. Kuro turned around to look at Gosha Suzuka, who was standing a little bit away from him and Kyouko.
そうですね。鈴香ちゃん、もうお仕事は終わりでしょ？
Yeah, she said get wet. Getting wet and being held in your arms sounds like a dream come true, is what she said. Suzuka was shaking like a frightened rabbit when she revealed herself, and she kept glancing at Kuro.
もしかして、京子に言われたのが気になったとか。
そんなことは。喜びのあまり自慢しすぎたかもしれません。
Kyouko paused for a moment, and then an apologetic expression came over her face.
振り返ってみれば、性格の悪い言い方をしていました。クロウさんも聞いていましたよね。
まあ、
Duh.
幻滅しないでください。普段からこうでないのはクロウさんもお分かりのはずです。あれはむしろ鈴香ちゃんもこんな素敵な殿方を見つけなければいけませんよと言いたかったんです。ね、鈴香ちゃん。
Oh, I see. Reluctantly, Suzuka nodded.
ですからどうか私を悪女などとは思わないでください。
Is this gonna end up with this guy just banging everyone in the fucking village? I don't think that's possible, but there's ways for that to happen where he's not consenting. So,
私は純粋にクロウさんを慕っていて、それがその発露がちょっと悪くて漏れてしまったんです。
わかってるよ。京子にそういう面があることくらい今更だろ。
本当にお分かりいただけましたか？
Sure.
ああ。
Sure. Mm-hmm.
本当ですか？
本当ですか? She really is prying, huh? Dude. I mean, he was already quote-unquote lucky when he got plopped into this marriage plot.
本当だ。
確かめましょう。
Prove it? With that, Kyouko threw herself into Kuro's arms and started nuzzling his chest.
本当です。これは本当ですね。
だからそう言ってるだろう。あと、鈴鹿ちゃんがすごい目で見てるし、他の人にも見られてるよ。
わざとだからいいんです。
I mean, yeah, we know you're doing it on purpose.
ここでクロウさんへの偏見を払拭しつつ、私との仲を見せつけなければなりません。
Yeah.
これは婿としての使命ですよ。わかりましたか？
Every one of y'all can get slapped with this rod.
わかった。
Jeez, man. She's just coming all over the street at this point. Why are you still here? Suzuka raised her voice. Kyouko suddenly stopped moving, still clinging to Kuro.
どうかしましたか、鈴鹿ちゃん。
いやさかってクロウさんみたいな人ばかりなんですか？
いいえ、違いますよ。ね、クロウさん。
Kyouko took a step away from him. Her cheeks were still flushed, but he could see how her tone became more guarded. He told Suzuka plainly.
人の形を満足に保っているのが半分。中身まで人なのがさらに半分だな。まあ、俺は俺で常識に欠けていて、まだ口調が安定していないところもあるし、誰であれ、一長一短だろう。
I mean, he's being honest, at least. He's usually earnest when he speaks.
そうですか。
He seemed to have disappointed her. Judging by the way Kyouko spoke to her, it appeared Shizuka was hoping there would be a Yasuka man like him for her, but there was no denying that it would be a tall order. After all, the family business was was what it was. God, even if she found one to marry, she would probably be unhappy with his lack of social skills or common sense. Kyouko, on the other hand, may like me too much. Kyouko smiled at Kuro when she noticed him staring at her blankly.
いいですか、鈴鹿ちゃん。
Yeah. It's an actual snake with 2 penises. Also, I have gone over by 10 minutes. I need to stop and save this, but keep reading. Then she took Suzuka's hand, got intimately close, and whispered into her ear.
大事なのは見初めたら忘れず、離さず、何があっても手に入れることです。どんな人だろうと、ずーっと慕い続ければ素敵になります。
You would hope. You would hope. This says he'll grow into the man you deserve over here. And I don't know. Maybe. Probably.
その結果がどうなるかなんて考えても線のないことですよ。女の一年岩をも通す。
My heart can move mountains.
京子さん。
I don't know if I believe that, but it's a very funny line. Suzuka bit her lip and squeezed Kyoko's hand and then nodded.
私、探します。あんなろくでなしどもじゃない、ちゃんとした人を。いっそ、島の外でも構いません。
That's a tall task.
その意気です。
Yeah. Both of the young women took on a renewed vigor. Suzuka then took several deep breaths and turned to Kuro.
クロ様、ありがとうございます。私、自分の足でヤサカでも探してみます。
She's still gonna go for Yasaka, I guess.
応援してるよ。
Yeah.
はい。それではお邪魔しました。
After bowing to them politely, Suzuka strode away looking determined. Kuro watched with Kyouko as she went. Then a thought struck him.
もしかして京子があんなこと言ったのって鈴鹿ちゃんが自分に似てるから。
Let's go pre-order my fucking Yasaka man, please. I'd like him to be demure and also can kill people. Thank you.
どうでしょう。物欲しそうにしているからダメですよ、あげませんよって言いたかっただけかもしれません。
With that, Kyouko swung around and looked towards the shops. Alright, we're gonna save this. Right
今
here.
の私はクロさんのこと以外よくわかりません。そのくらいいっぱいなんです。
Yay! Alright. Okay, hold on now. Which one of these is the fucking menu? This one? Oh no. Oh, there it is. Alright. I have gone over my time by about 15 minutes, so... I mean, you can say whatever you want. But yeah, it's... I don't know if this is considered strictly an eroge, because it's like... I guess Denpa? Is it Denpa? Is that what it's called when it's like... gore? I don't remember. Okay, yeah. Saya is considered a Denpa game, so... Anyway. That's all we're doing today. And for this week, obviously. I'll have to remake the schedule, but I'll post it on Sunday, I think. Like I usually do. Just to make sure... Yeah, Erugura, that's what it's called. And I'm just... Okay. My model is bothering me today. I don't know what the fucking deal is. Anyway. We are going to hopefully play more Densha Attack next week. Assuming everything works out. Just alright. So I'll know probably tonight. So I'll do all that fun stuff and make sure I can run it. I'm not doing that. Why don't you call 1-800 Yasaka? You got this. I believe in you, Hemi. There's a man out there for you. I don't know. That might make Saya jealous, actually. Ah. Theo. Anyway. Alright, guys. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I'll take the other one then. Alright. Thank you for joining me, as always, guys. And I'll be around maybe later. I'm not sure yet. I gotta go check all the streams and make sure they streamed. Twitter definitely cut off like 10 minutes ago. Alright. I'll see you guys on Monday. Bye. Alright. じゃあね。